And they'll like bright lights thing, like when they go black and then cut to like that super harsh light.
Right.
Whoa, I just heard myself because I have your stream up. That was weird.
Yeah, you'll probably want to mute that.
Yep. I was like, what the fuck? I just headed up to view the chat. Well, it tells us it's working though.
Yeah, that's the goal there. Okay. Just running like slightly behind. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Glorious. I don't know if they can hear the game audio yet. I'll just sing all the shit.
I don't think so because I have the like starting soon thing up. So
yeah. Oh no, it's coming through. I just unmuted the thing to check.
Oh yeah, because I'm sending like desktop.
You're sending yeah, yeah. Cool. So we can just jam together. It's fine.
Yeah, we got some theme music kicking in.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing I'm trying to do is make sure it doesn't just kick the video off afterwards.
Oh yeah. And that I'm not sure.
I know it's just a regular setting.
I mean, I know if you're going from Discord through OBS, right?
Yep.
Then you can save a local copy from OBS at least, and then you could upload that later as a backup.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to run both at the same time though.
Oh, word.
I'm also streaming to you separately.
Gotcha.
All right, I think we're ready.
All right. I don't understand. I'm apparently much louder according to the chat, but I don't know what that means.
Much louder than me, or just much louder than everything else?
Deity said, I'm a much louder man. I don't know what that means.
Well, that could be anything. It could just be Deity being weird.
I'm louder than... I can turn down here a little bit if I need. Okay, let's see how that is. Maybe like right there. They said you're kind of low.
Well, I can also probably like bump myself up if I need to.
Okay.
I guess whoever's there, is it?
It's Nano, Deity. I saw AO a minute ago commenting.
Am I too quiet compared to everything else, or was Doc just louder than me comparatively?
Yeah, give us more info so we can fix it. AO says turn up a little bit. Nano says both. Consensus seems to be a little of both.
All right, what about that?
Sounds good on my end, but let's see what the chat thinks. Nano says good, so I think we're good.
That works for me then.
Yeah.
Let's get the just in case there's the random person who is not on Discord but is like checking the forum for the link. Get them in. And let's get this thing going. Got night 1 SWA action. Full tournaments on the site. Doc with the graphics for that.
Yep. Tonight we're just doing night 1, or round 1 rather, because there are 16 matches in round 1.
Yeah, full set, full 32. Courtesy of the delay on my end, we decided to expand to get pretty much everybody that's created in. A couple people didn't make it. Some of them of their own fault.
Yep.
Get things
So
going.
Up in the first match, it looks like we have Warren Wyndham and Dead Peace.
That is Deity of Ice and AO, I believe.
Yes, it is. We got a big boy and a slightly less big boy.
First ever SWA matchup. Fun draw
Yep,
for
here we
them.
go.
No pressure.
No pressure.
If they fail, this whole thing fails.
Yep, pretty much. Coming to you live from Dallas, Texas.
All of our weekly shows will be housed in Dallas, a nice location nearby to both me and Doc, being in Oklahoma and Texas.
Kind of halfway between us, I guess, roughly.
From Baton Rouge, Louisiana, weighing in at 330 pounds, Warren
330 for Wyndham. He's one of the heaviest superstars in the organization. One of the
Might
few
be
super
the
heavyweights.
heaviest. I think he might be the heaviest, if I remember.
He is certainly up there. He's going to have the size advantage against the 210
Pretty much everyone.
pound light heavyweight Dead Piece.
Yes. Yeah, Dead Piece has got his work cut out for him, especially if he hopes to lift this dude off the ground at all.
May not though, because he does employ a couple of submission finishers in a sleeper hold and a Koji clutch, so could be the way that he neutralizes the big man.
Yep, just wear him down. It's not a bad strategy. See how it goes for him.
Turns the lights off on him here. Really showing off the night 1 camera work here.
Mm-hmm. Look, we spent a lot of money on the production. We might as well use it, you know?
It's a nice custom jacket for Dead Piece.
and
Yeah.
his opponent,
Need to talk to his jacket guy. That's a good look.
weighing in at 210 pounds, Dead.
I think we're gonna double the entrance time here. Dead Piece versus versus Wyndham. If that's a
He's
sign of
sure-
things to come. It's bad news for Wyndham.
He's sure taking his time, but maybe it's all mind games. You know, he's just trying to psych out Wyndham, who has the obvious size advantage, so he's using everything he can to get in his head, including milking the entrance.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. So if that helps him, then any advantage. Just catching up a little bit on the chat. Interesting take. I believe Evans said that there's a weird nipple placement. Might be the weakness there.
I don't know. It's hard to.
Pretty sure that's for Wyndham, but
Yeah, I think so. It's hard to get him to submit via a titty twister if you can't actually get the nipple. So maybe there's a strategy there.
I'll just no love lost here. Starts off with a nice punch to the gut on Dead Piece there.
Going to the ropes. All right. Getting
And
creative.
tosses him back into the mint condition SWA arena. not the start you want if you're rooting for Dead Piece here. Wyndham in control early.
I think Dead Piece's game has got to be to be patient and take his time. I don't think he's going to outstrike Wyndham, so I think you gotta hope it goes slow here and you can get your shots in, wear him down, and then get a submission going when he's not paying attention.
Ooh, to the outside he goes. Announcers scramble.
Spanish announcers already left the building. They know what's coming.
Dead Piece trying to get him moving. You're not
All right.
pulling. You're not pulling Wyndham anywhere.
Got it on the knee though. It's a little something, I guess.
Oh, it takes
Big
it down.
drop kick.
Though.
Big drop kick.
Nice work there. Both of these men gonna have to get back in the ring though. Oh,
Running knee. Okay.
little
Very
athleticism from the
swift.
big man.
Yeah, some swift movement. I'm impressed. Oh, big suplex outside.
7 count. You have to be careful. He's rolling him back in now. Taking his time, puts him back down with that big right hand. Can't even get the 1 count though. Some resiliency there from Peace.
Yep. See, I'm telling you, it's all about patience with Dead Piece. The longer this goes on, the better chance he has. I think Wyndham wants to close it out early. And he's working that arm. See, he's going to wear him down. Going to make it count.
Pick a body part and focus on it for sure. The size advantage is worn down if you can, weaken something on your opposition.
Especially when your finishers can leverage that as well.
Takes him down in the corner.
All right, just giving him a little boot leather. Going for an early pin here.
Ref down for the cover. 1 count and nothing more.
I think that was too soon. You got to be smart about this. Oh, big neck breaker. I like it.
Wyndham still got some fight in him, though. Back to his feet for the big man. This Piece makes his way to the ropes. Wyndham's not
Can't
gonna
get there.
give him the satisfaction. Big
Oh.
splash.
Oh, man, that's going to hurt in the morning.
That's where the size advantage comes into play. Using his body. 2 and 3.
3. Wow. Big
Warren
splash does
Wyndham.
it for Wyndham.
Courtesy of the standing splash. Finishes off Dead Piece.
Like I said, I think the name of the game there for Dead Piece was making the match go longer, and he just couldn't do it. Couldn't hold off the sheer strength and power.
Just knocked the wind out of him. No pun intended. Warren Wyndham with the first ever victory in SWA.
He's off to a good start. He should be happy with that.
Not a bad start to the event as a whole. Wyndham will move on to face the winner of our next match between El Sangres and the Crow, Eric Draven.
Here is your winner, Warren Wyndham.
I doubt that's the last we see of Dead Piece, though.
Yeah.
Not his best showing, but he's a guy that's been in the gym, putting in the effort.
I think he's got what it takes. I think it was a rough matchup for him, and there's only so much you can do. He had a strategy, just couldn't make it last. We apologize for the music. We do not support any sort of predatory actions on teenagers.
Yeah, not a lot of control there. Sangres versus Draven. Now, if you liked the size matchup of the last round, this is the opposite of that.
Yeah, this is a couple of smaller guys. Draven's not too small. Sangres, however, tiny boy, very small.
2 members of the cruiserweight class.
Yep,
It's about 40% of the division right there.
40% of the mass too.
The Crow, Eric Draven, coming in at 185. The much smaller Sangres at 5'6", 137. Easily the smallest superstar in the business.
Far and away, yeah, no question.
Sangris, though, going to try to get the crowd on his side. A hyped entrance.
The following contest
A Mexico City native coming to the ring.
is laid to the ring from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing in
He's going to need that crowd behind him, too, because he's already at a size disadvantage no matter who he's facing. Also, he seems to have forgotten his shoes. I don't know what that's about.
Hey, he's got the feet wrapped. Maybe it's an intentional choice.
I suppose so.
Loving the shirt, though. Really,
It's a great
just
shirt.
feels like he's ready to party. See what he brings to the match, though, against the Crow. One of the more ominous members of the roster. So, look at what the Crow can look like in the future. A flash forward, if you will.
from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 185 pounds.
Even a ring announcer, a little ominous.
I think if there's anybody that's keeping black leather in business, look no further than Eric Draven.
That is true. Honestly, like, he should be called the Black Leather Crow at this point. It's a branding opportunity.
Head to toe, he certainly has his unique aesthetic.
And so many patterns, so many different materials, different looks. It's incredible.
It's certainly a patched together attire. I think there's no question that he's probably put together much of this on his own.
All right, here we go. Second matchup coming your way.
Bell is rung, and Sangris' bell rung with that initial kick from Draven, but now we're a little bit of a lockup here.
Working the head. Nice bit of chain wrestling. Okay. Showing some skill here. You know, usually the cruiserweights just get straight into the flippy shit, but these guys are technical, and I like that. It's a way to get an advantage on your opponent, you know?
Yeah, the technical side, the finesse may be a lot more on display here than we saw in the Wyndham Peace matchup.
Yeah, that was just a brawl, but this is a capital W wrestling match, and I think the fans appreciate a variety of approaches to beating the shit out of your opponent.
Just a little back and forth, though. Crow sort of coming on top of that, but not now. Back
Spinning heel kick.
down to the mat. He finds a way. These two are, I don't know. I don't know what tape they've been watching, but maybe they've been looking into each other, doing a little research.
Seems that way. Gotta respect the craft, though.
Going up.
Draven with a tornado DDT. All right. Now we're going somewhere.
Going for an early cover. Not
That's
gonna
just-
be enough.
Just disrespectful. I like it. He's just thinking he's going to embarrass Sangres here.
Ooh.
One-legged drop kick. Okay.
I don't know if you heard the cry from Sangres either. He yelled out, "Don't hit me, I'm small."
Man, that
Certainly a
It's gonna be
strategy.
yeah, it's one way to approach it. I mean, I guess he can try that every match. Maybe somebody will have mercy on him. Snapmare, big snapmare. And now we're back to working the head. Okay.
That's
Draven
the
being
hold. Get your breath
Being
back.
really deliberate. I like this.
Don't
gonna-
allow your opposition to get their breath back. Take some
No.
time. Gain your own. And then just catch a foot to the face.
Yeah.
Sangris still with some gas in the tank. A big whiff on the backhand.
Couple of them there.
And
Man.
another foot. That exposed foot for Sangris.
I wonder if that's how he's able to be so accurate with these kicks, right? He doesn't have his shoes weighing him down anymore.
It's certainly a choice. We hope that it doesn't come back to bite him here.
Yeah.
Couple of stomps using the legs quite a bit here in the early goings.
What's Draven thinking here? Okay, just
Just-
toss him to the outside.
Ragdolls him to the outside. Draven feeling himself. Ducks out of the way, catches another foot.
Ooh, nice little neck breaker by Songgrace. I like this. It's got some fire. See if he can put a few things together here. Oh, he wants to go right back in the ring. He's going to do this the honest way.
We go around the ring post and back around the ring post. Really wasted a lot of time there.
I mean, he's trying to give him a little confusion, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, and he just misses him. Oh, gets out of the way in the corner.
Oh, my. He doesn't know where he is right now. Just missed the drop kick.
He's got to be dazed after going head first in that second turnbuckle. You know, because he's not tall enough to reach the top one, so it was definitely the middle one.
Draven was trying to take advantage, but Sangris is not backing down yet. A pretty even match between these two so far. Now Sangris throwing the crow outside.
And feeling himself, too.
And out he goes, almost tripped up on the rope there.
DDT from the knees right onto the outside there. Those mats are padding, but they're not the thickest. It hurts quite a bit on the outside of the ring.
Big kick there from the little man. Can he put the crow away with that one? He's got two and kicked out.
Nope, kicking out.
About
got to do more than that.
There. Can't believe it.
Got to bring more. Okay, what's he thinking here? What's he thinking?
Surveying the opponent here.
Big hip toss and the
right
knee.
Into the knee strike. That could be it for the crow.
This has got to be it. This has got to be it. It's done.
Got the two.
Kicked out again. Draven will not give up. I told you, you can't kill a dead man.
Sangris in disbelief. What's he got to do to put him down? Opening out his bag of tricks. Put that devastating knee strike on him, and it still wasn't enough. But can the crow fight back?
Got a little offense going here.
Ooh, out of the corner in a hurry, but he misses on the kick. Nice counter by the crow. Couldn't get out of the way of that one.
There's a full drop kick and a standing shooting star press.
Sangris staying on the offensive. That's what he needs to do here if he's going to put down the dead man. Utilizing the feet, utilizing the legs.
Taking a moment to catch his breath, kind of work the crowd a little bit.
He knows what works for him. He's sticking with it.
Oh
no
man.
One home.
That one had to hurt.
Splashing.
Draven's got to be feeling it. Wow, I like that. That's a proper lucha move right there.
That's some flippy shit TM.
Yes,
Going
it is.
for the cover after not enough once again.
Man, what is it going to take to put away the dead man? Another arm drag, man. He just keeps finding his way back to the offensive.
Into the corner, face first into that turnbuckle. How about 10 of them? Sangris collapses, but is quickly back to his feet.
Okay.
Look at
Some
athleticism.
acrobatics. Sangris looks angry. He looks mad. He really does. I mean, I can't see his face, obviously, but I feel like he's mad here. He's getting fired up, and this is going to be dangerous if Draven doesn't watch himself.
The ominous stare of the crow as he catches himself.
Just taunting his opponent, really.
One knee after another.
A big Russian leg sweep to finish it off.
Now stalks his opponent as Sangris climbs to his feet.
And a big spinning heel kick.
Right to the jaw. That could be it. The dead man going over. No.
Man, this one.
Shoulder
battle for the ages.
For Sangris. He can't even
battle for the ages on our first night. Second match. It's incredible.
These two have matched up beautifully. Neither man wanting to give in. A big boot there from Sangris. Drags him to the center. No chance of the ropes here. Going for the cover. 2 count once again. Can't believe it.
This one may take all night. We may have to turn this into a 3-night event because these guys are just going to go for 2 hours.
Oh, what a takedown by Sangris. Puts the Crow down.
Another hip toss, and here comes that knee.
Oh, he busted him open.
That's got to be it.
That
Hey, don't bleed on our new mat. He's going to bleed on our pristine mat.
He's still kicked out.
Oh, my goodness.
2
What
count.
is it going to take?
He's covered in his own blood. He still can't put him away.
Draven can't even see. It's all in his eyes. What is he supposed to do? Just keep
never
kicking
saw
out.
it coming. Sangris still on the offensive. Still can't put him away.
In the leg now. Take out that base. Can't stand if his legs don't work.
What do you do if you're Sangris at this point? You've given him everything you've got.
He's got to have some higher gear. He's got to find something deep inside himself to fire him up. Maybe get the crowd behind him. We said at the beginning he might need that crowd to help motivate him.
Crow's white mask has turned crimson.
Oh wow! With the high jump to pull off that Hurricane Rana from the top rope. What incredible athleticism!
Advantage, setting him up once more. This is a move that busted him open last time.
3rd time's the charm, maybe?
Tosses him to the mat. 2 and 3. Finally puts him away.
There it is. Sangres with an incredible showing.
It took a number of strikes, but what a win for El Sangres. And frankly, the resiliency of the Crow is well on display here as well.
Terrifying, honestly. I'm sure the rest of the roster were in the back just worried about how they're going to ever defeat either of these guys because they wouldn't go down. Throw everything at him and then nothing worked.
Took every trick in the bag to finally finish him off, finally get the pinfall.
It's incredible.
Had to bust him open and then he still kept on ticking. That means we'll see a Sangris Wyndham matchup in the 2nd round tomorrow night. How do you feel?
Indeed.
Early. It's still early on, but the resiliency we said we needed from Dead Peace to outlast the big man in Wyndham. Maybe Sangris has that on his side.
It's true. That's a good point. He certainly displayed a lot of resiliency. Stay in that match, keep finding new angles to attack Draven, and find a way to win it. Maybe that's what it takes to beat Wyndham.
It's a much larger opponent tomorrow, though.
Sure, but this is making me really excited for this tournament. I mean, we've got some incredible talent on display here, and we're only 2 matches in. We've got so many to go.
We're 2 matches in, and we're already looking forward to a matchup tomorrow, which features the largest superstar in the company versus the smallest. So,
wow, a real David and Goliath, a real David and Goliath situation. That's exciting.
What a matchup there. We'll move on to our 3rd matchup in our 1st division of matches. But man, it's early, and it already feels like it's gonna be tough to top that one.
Indeed.
We do now go to El Puma versus Diego Mercer.
Another interesting matchup. Quite a size disparity here. That's what it looks like 5 inches and about 30 pounds between the 2 of these guys. We'll see if that can make an impact.
Yeah, 6'1", 215 for the light heavyweight El Puma, and 5'8", 182 for the Phoenix Diego Mercer. The Phoenix is would be small in most organizations, but with Sangris in here, looks much larger than him, but he's definitely one of the smaller superstars on the roster.
Indeed.
Loving the entrance attire here for the Puma.
It's a beautiful, beautiful robe.
Look at that, the trampoline. I mean, it worked. It worked wonders for Sangris.
It's true. Didn't even think about that parallel.
Is that the secret here? Save the legs on the entrance. Uh-oh.
Yeah, less work.
Lights down 3 matches. 3 matches in which the lights have come down for at least one of the entrants. Ooh. Pyro for the Phoenix.
I guess the real tell will be if the corner pyro goes off at the beginning of this match or not. You see, because they say that's when you know he's going to win.
See, you've done your research on the Phoenix, Diego Mercer.
Well, you know, it's part of my job as commentary team. You know, I need to know these guys in and out, and I definitely know at least 2 things about the Phoenix, Diego Mercer.
Well, you'll know. Viewers may not. Mercer employs the handspring cutter and a red arrow. The moves you need to watch out for that can put someone away in a hurry.
Very dangerous, that red arrow. It's gnarly to watch, and it's gnarly to take. Uh-oh. Scary times. We got that corner pyro.
Fire on his side for the Phoenix. A fitting matchup there. Will it be a fitting matchup against El Puma in our 3rd match?
You might say there's a fire in Mercer's soul here. Let's see how it looks in the ring.
These two right to work goes the Puma. No chain wrestling, no rest holds here.
No,
They're
just
straight to the
going
offense.
for it.
Catches a boot for his troubles, though. A couple of them. Into the corner he goes, but there's nobody home on the drop kick.
This seems like quickness is going to be an important factor already.
Oh!
Hung up on the ropes, man. That's going to
man.
hurt.
What a reversal into the ropes. That looked painful. Chest and neck at play there. What a
These guys
counter.
both seem
Shrugs him
both
off.
seem like they have some athleticism, so it's going to be tough to out athletic the other guy. You know, like these guys are both working with a similar skill set, even though there's a size difference involved here. It's going to take some brains to know how to break down your opponent. Puma just going to the outside, apparently. Okay.
Out of the ring. Stomps on the hand on the way down.
Just a little extra. That's what it takes sometimes, you know, those little things.
But Mercer counters out. Tries to get back in the ring, but Puma having
The step
none
up
of
in
that,
Zaguri.
puts him down.
Yep, that enziguri looks really, really painful to the side of the head, you know.
Oh.
Jumping kick, too. Man. This is, okay, another body slam. Man, he's going to work on the outside. Puma looks like he came to play. What do we got with the fireman's carry here? Where's he going? Oh, onto the apron. And he just falls limp. Man, that did not look fun.
Will he take a count-out victory here? No, at 8, he's going to roll him back in.
I appreciate that. He wants to win the right way.
Mercer reeling from that drop on the apron, though. Could be looking to take him back outside.
Is this going to be a sunset
no.
flip? Wow.
Over to the outside, Mercer.
Sunset flip, powerbomb over the ropes, and that's going to really hurt Mercer.
But Mercer, he's still got some fight left in him.
I appreciate
Immediately
that.
coming back.
Not going to go down easily. A couple of competing kicks there. Nobody can connect.
Oh, and Puma.
Going to the steps.
Going
Oh,
to the
Puma
steel
really.
stairs. Using his environment to his advantage.
Yeah, Puma making use of every inch of this arena. I told you might need to get creative. Again with these flippy shit moves, man.
Fitting
These
for the
luchadors.
game, though, the Phoenix continues to rise up out of these moves as if he's just totally fine. Gotta
Yeah,
be
it's,
frustrating for Puma. He's power bombed him to the outside, dropped him on the apron and the steel steps.
Now he's just working the head. Got to grind it out one way or another.
Just a nice rest hold there, but a nice counter by Mercer.
Again, okay. Looks like he hit the rope on the way down, I think. Maybe
Well
top of his
scouted.
head.
Puma uses the same reversal on Mercer that was employed on him earlier.
What do we got here in the corner now? Let's see what Puma's thinking.
Backs up and
Oh,
drives.
okay. Gamengiri. This is a signature move of his. To a cartwheel
Into
moonsault.
the cartwheel moonsault. What a move there. Can he put him down? He's going for the cover. Is that the end of the night for Mercer? No.
No, it kicks out. Man, Puma wanted a faster count there. He's not happy with the ref.
About a 2.5 on that one. Can't believe it.
It's going up
Middle of
Here
the
we go.
ring.
for the moon stomp. Is he gonna get it?
Oh,
He went for
misses
the elbow.
No one home.
Man, took
And
too
Mercer
long.
just stares him down.
A standing Spanish fly. Wow.
What a choice. Puma going back outside up to the top turnbuckle.
Maybe going for that signature moon stomp now. Let's see if he does it.
Waits for him. Up
There
and
it is, the
over.
moon stomp.
That's got to be it for Mercer. He's got him center of the ring.
Just put him down.
Moon stomp employed. Slow to count from the ref, but it's not going to be
Man.
enough.
Come on. Puma's got to be so livid right now. That's twice he thought he had it in the bag, and the ref took too long to count.
What a series of moves from Puma here. But it
Wow,
has not
Mercer
gotten the
coming
job
in
done.
hot. Mercer is certainly using this momentum as long as he's got it.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
To the outside, he's thrown.
Wow.
Tossed like a rag doll over the top rope.
And the crowd are really feeling this one now, getting behind it.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
taken
Drop toe
down.
hold into the side of the ring. Goodness.
Top rope cross body. Puma went for the punch, no one home, but look at the exhaustion for Mercer. He can hardly get to his feet after his own move.
Puma, too, for that matter. These guys are worn down. They've been giving it everything they got.
It's been on the receiving end of a lot of good offense here by Puma.
That's the second or third time Mercer's missed
Oh.
a chance to do anything off of an Irish whip. He's got to get that going if he wants to hang here. Is he going for the pin?
Can
Okay.
that be enough? That drop kick to the face, but no, Puma is out at 2. What a move Mercer employed there.
Mercer really looks to be on the front foot here. Let's see if Puma can respond, because he's controlled the match for most of it, but he's just out of it the last couple minutes here.
Counter into. Oh, the
Wow, there's the handspring cutter.
could that be it for Puma? He's going to go for the cover here. Ref
Just
slow
taking
to
his
the
sweet
count.
time.
But he's got the
That's
3 count
three.
anyway. Mercer, what a comeback
Incredible
for
comeback.
the Phoenix.
Fighting spirit. He would not go down. It's right there in the name, y'all. I don't know what else we expected.
What a match between these two. It looked like it was all under control for Puma.
It really did.
That move there, the moon stomp, couldn't put him away. All the offense using the environment, and it's that cutter for the Phoenix that puts away Puma when all was said and done.
That pop-up drop kick to the face was a good move as well. I don't think we gave that enough attention. He tried to pin off of it, but you know, it's I think that was kind of maybe where the tide turned. He really felt himself after that. And then here it
looked
is.
like Puma countered into that and just caught by the cutter. What a devastating move by Mercer. Had the ref been on his game, I think he could have got a 4 or a 5 count there and just put him away.
Truly, he was done. There was no coming back from that.
What a showing from both, though. Once again, another good match. Mercer with almost a bit of a come-from-behind victory there. We'll find out now who Mercer's next opponent will be. As
Yeah.
he moves on to the second round. It's going to be one of these two. One of the 3 Quinn brothers in the organization. Noah Quinn will take on Domingo Cervantes.
La tormenta de la noche, the storm in the night. Storm of the night, I suppose, but
Noah
Cervantes
Quinn.
is a very, very big guy too. He's a power power man, which we haven't seen a lot of. We've seen a lot of smaller guys doing flippy shit, but this one is he's no joke.
Cervantes coming in right underneath Wyndham at 320 pounds, but 6'9".
He's a big guy. No, Quinn's no slouch. He's 6'2", 240. He's a big guy as well, but Cervantes has that power.
In many other situations, he's he's got the size advantage, but here he's given up 7 inches and 80 pounds.
That could make the difference.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
It does sound like he's got a rebel heart though, so that might be the
St. Louis,
the motivation he needs.
weighing in at 240 pounds,
Noah Quinn, as I mentioned, one of the 3 Quinn brothers. Would not be surprised to see those 3 pairing up at some point.
Surely, yeah. I mean, they're brothers. Everyone's going to assume that they're all going to be allied in some way.
But the real question will be later on. We've got a matchup between 2 of those brothers, and how will that affect their relationship?
True. It's true. Be interesting to see who comes out on top. What sort of dynamic you've got within the family, you know? Maybe a lot of memories from childhood will come out during that match. Yet again with the lights out, man, this is a popular choice.
4 straight matches with bringing the lights down. I don't know. I don't know if it's been an effective strategy so far. You did seem to call it though with the Phoenix, the corner pyro.
Yeah,
Led to the victory.
You know, you can't trust everything you read on Reddit, but that one seemed to hold up.
Who's your pick here in this matchup? The 3rd Quinn brother, or the 6'9"?
You know, it's tough and it could go either way. My gut tells me Cervantes is going to go over. I think it'll be a good match, but something about Cervantes and the sort of power and aggression he brings. He's athletic for his size. I think he's going to be a real monster for anyone to handle on this roster, but tonight especially, I think he's going to want to come out strong and show everybody what he's made of. Look, he's already fired up walking around the ring, you know?
He employs that crucifix power bomb, which is particularly deadly at the size of him. It's just a higher lift than you normally see.
Yeah, it's a long way down when he throws you, and he often throws them across the ring. I mean, I've seen guys go flying with that, so it could be real rough if you find yourself in that position.
Noah Quinn
right away
going for the cover.
Wow, coming out real hot.
Cervantes trying to put a record in the books for the quickest match in the SWA. Going for the about a 5-second pinfall there. Quinn easily kicks out. How about 10 trips to that top turnbuckle though?
Certainly looks like he's feeling it. Let's see if Quinn can get anything going here.
Quinn fighting back, takes the big man down to the mat. But he's quickly back to his feet.
That big dragon screw leg takedown from such a large guy, man, that's got to hurt your knee.
Just manhandling Quinn here, throws him to the mat, but again, a nice counter for Quinn to get back to his feet. Using some leverage and taking the larger opponent down. Wrenching on the arm and elbow.
Slowing it down. Okay. See, this is the same strategy we talked about when wrestling Wyndham, right? If he's bigger than you, he's stronger than you. You got to slow him down. You got to wear him down. He can't use that strength quite as well. Got to outlast. Maybe that's what Quinn needs to do here to win.
Be curious if Quinn focuses any effort on the legs, try to neutralize a little bit of that vertical base for Cervantes.
That would be wise, I think.
Knees to the back. That'll limit some of the lifting power.
Yeah,
strength
he can't
of
get
Cervantes.
Going for a pin. Okay, one. No, just a 1 count.
Both with early pinfall attempts here. It hasn't worked out for either one.
It feels like these guys may know that they can't mess around too long, or they may miss their chance.
Another nice move targeting the arm, but Quinn now caught up.
And
there
a big
by
backdrop
Cervantes.
suplex.
Slam the knee into the mat and then go for a cover. I'm not sure that's going to be enough to put down Quinn
Surely not.
this early on.
Big
boot
punch and a big boot. My goodness.
drives him all the way into the mat.
Really digs that arm in too on the headlock. Look at that. Just squeezing him between his forearm and that massive bicep.
Can Quinn find a way out of this? Or does Cervantes have him right where he wants him? Cervantes decides to let him out of his own accord. Float over the top there by Quinn.
Oh, right back
Goes
at
for
you.
the clothesline, and Cervantes just dumps him on the top rope.
Working those legs now. So I guess Cervantes is the one who's going to neutralize the vertical base.
Going again for a quick cover and another 1 count. Not going to cut it there for Cervantes. Could be wasting time going for those early pinfalls.
I think he's just determined that he's that much better than Quinn. You know, Quinn can't even bother to put any color on his pants. They look like they came from Pleasantville. I think Cervantes is just convinced that this guy is not to be taken seriously, and maybe it'll hurt him. We'll see.
Not blowing the SWA die budget, that's for sure.
For sure, yeah. I mean, we have all these like folks in the back who can help create awesome gear, and he chose the most bland thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
Here we
Quinn
go.
Going for a ride here.
3 butterfly suplexes, man. Just dropping him on
Right
his
to the
head.
Quinn down now, and now this is a legitimate pinfall attempt here for Cervantes. Got the 2 and
Oh man, I don't know about that. I need to see a replay there.
Cervantes has a point. That looked like 3,
That was 2.9 at the absolute least.
but Quinn.
Here we go with that
talked about
crucifix
it.
powerbomb.
Quinn going for a ride
Just
across
throwing
the mat.
him.
The impact knocks
Let's see
the
if this
ref
is enough.
backwards, and that'll do it that time.
That'll do it.
Quinn barely able to find a way to kick out the first time, and once that crucifix powerbomb was locked in, that was it for Noah Quinn.
So I gotta say though, I'm impressed. Quinn did look better than I expected. I did pick Cervantes to go over, but I think Quinn had a good showing here. He just couldn't get control long enough to kind of dictate what he wanted to do with the match. Cervantes just overpowered him at every turn. You have to be ready for that. You gotta scout your opponents. You gotta know what they're gonna try to do, and he didn't do enough of that.
Yeah, certainly not a bad effort, especially against the much larger Domingo. So,
Yep.
you know, you want to go home with a win, you want to advance in the tournament, but in all these matches, it's going to be a winner and a loser, and you just don't want to, look severely outmatched.
Indeed. I think Quinn had a showing he can be proud of there. But Cervantes moves on, and in the next round he will face the Phoenix Diego Mercer. Be an exciting matchup. This tournament's already shaping up to be a party.
Yeah, we're a quarter of the way through night 1. Already looking forward to some excellent matches for night 2.
And as a reminder to everyone, tonight we're doing the entire first round, and then tomorrow we will do the entire rest of the tournament. The way it breaks down, this is about half of the matches to get through the first round, so that's what we'll be seeing tonight. All the first round matchups coming at you right here.
16 fantastic matches, 4 of them already in the bag here, as we've got a tongue twister of a match coming up. It's Lucien Bedeau and Lazar Malveaux.
Try to say that 5 times fast. I will say I think this is going to be an interesting matchup because they're not really, like, despite the similar names, they have very different styles. I think this could be a really interesting matchup.
Definitely so. The cruiserweight Badeau coming in at 205 pounds, 5'11". He's given up 6 inches to Malveaux, the heavyweight, who weighs in at 245.
Yeah, and we'll see. I think some strong strikes. I think we'll see some athleticism. It'll be a really interesting pairing here.
Badeau, especially with the size disadvantage he's facing, will be looking to lock in that sharpshooter submission that he likes to utilize every now and then.
It's true.
It might be
I
the
think
way to victory over Malveaux here.
Yeah, yet again, you got to neutralize that vertical base. But honestly, Malveaux, he's quick. He's all about these quick strikes. I think he's got to be on his toes, as it were. He's got to be prepared to strike when the iron's hot, because that can help get the advantage and keep the advantage as the match goes on.
Certainly, yeah.
Badeau really hamming it up to the fans here, man. He thinks that they are really in love with him. Whether or not that is the case remains to be seen, but he's certainly in love with himself.
Badeau joining the SWA all the way from Paris, France.
Yeah, internationally traveled and internationally renowned. Although, like I said, these fans may not care who he is just yet. I think they'll be excited to see him once they get to see what he can do in the ring.
It's a great opportunity here for both of them and for everybody in this tournament to show us what they got, what they're made of. It's going to win over
Indeed.
or turn off the fans from them.
From Kansas City, Kansas, weighing in at 200,
Malveaux and El Sangres
Lazara.
with the shopping at the same shirt store.
Yeah, although he seems to have bought the one without buttons.
Well, they probably hang on the roughly 17 gold chains he's got.
That's fair.
Coming in.
You know, and for that matter, he wore a shirt underneath it that's made of, like, wool or something. I can't tell what that is.
Well, that is the luscious chest hair of Lazare Malveaux.
My goodness.
That man stays warm in the coldest of winters.
It's a fucking Brillo pad. Clean some dishes with that stuff, man. My goodness.
Got the pyro on hand, though.
And he's feeling himself, too. Can't say I disagree, though. He seems to have a swagger about him. Maybe that'll be what he needs to get one over on Badeau here.
It's Badeau Malveaux. Ref signals for the bell, and we're underway.
Big suplex right out the gate. I like it. Coming in quick, coming in hot. Like I said, you got to watch for
off that kick, though.
Oh my goodness. I thought that was a small package for a minute. I thought he was just going straight for a pin.
Dumps him in the corner. Off the ropes they go, and a nice kick to the legs. Takes down, that's what we talked about, taking down the size advantage. Focus on the lower body. Work over the legs, the lower back. That's going to benefit him later if he can get that sharpshooter locked in also.
Indeed, indeed. That missile drop kick is a great way to start setting up the groundwork for that sharpshooter later on. Really wear down those legs early. Rolls out of the way of a good stomp.
Looking to lock in a submission already here, targeting that left arm of Malveaux. Ref looking to see if Lazare is going to tap out, but he looks to be fighting out of this one. Series
He got
of
awful
punches.
close there.
Gets him out. The strength on display, though, from Malveaux there.
And crisp too. It's incredible. He's got a great combination of athleticism and power that's really going to be a tough thing to handle, I think, unless Badeau can keep working these submissions and wearing him down.
Badeau pops right back up from that DDT. But he's back down, using the ropes, trying to get out of the corner. Malveaux having none of that. He's going to go for a cover here. does get the 1 count, but nothing more.
That seems too early to me. I think you just keep working it here. He's got the control. I don't know why you waste time trying to pin before he's ready. Big headlock. Okay. These guys both looking to wear each other down, you know. Slow the pace. Control the match.
No, fights his way out of it, though. Irish whip into the corner. Delivers a punch. Right to the face of Malvo.
Dragging to the middle. Are we going to see a submission here? He's going for a pin. Okay.
Doesn't
Not even a
get
1 count.
I mean, to be expected there.
Yeah.
Now working his opponent against the ropes. Tosses him the other way.
And
Another
a lot of strong offense here from Badeau early. He's fighting in bursts, but they look good when he's got control.
Nice DDT, returning the favor there. Some receiving one of end of one earlier. And Badeau now trying to win over the crowd like we talked about earlier.
Big chop, but that hairy chest probably just absorbs all the shock. He doesn't even feel it.
Malvo now back on the offensive.
Staring him down. Just
Look at the
drinking,
intimidation tactic here.
drinking it in. And he's going to let him crawl, too.
Letting his opponent get back to his feet, an interesting tactic. In fact, he's just going to take a kick. Bold choice, and
What is that? Was that a... Oh, my goodness.
Badeau delivers a devastating running knee there. And he finishes
There it
him
is.
off.
With the last shot, just takes him out, and that's it.
The cockiness and the ego comes back to get Malvo. What an ending to that one.
Strange choice. I'm sure that Malvo had some kind of plan there, but I have no idea what it was.
Really thought he would have intimidated his opponent, and Badeau just took advantage. What an ending to an otherwise good match. Frankly, a weird finish.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't. Maybe Malvo took one too many hits to the head and forgot where he was. Forgot that he was facing someone as dangerous as Lucien Badeau here.
He certainly won't forget next time not to take credit away from his opponent. That last shot put him away.
Yeah, it sure did.
Not going to be a happy ending there for Malvo. And it's Lucien Badeau going to the second round.
Indeed, it is. That was an impressive showing from both guys, except for the ending, of course. But I think Badeau in particular can be really happy with that. He came out, maybe had some doubters, but I think he showed that he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he took down the biggest doubter of them all, his opposition there, who no respect for him, and puts him away.
Indeed, that's a hell of a response. I don't think you can do better than to just put him out right away.
We've got a heavyweight matchup coming up next. We've got one Corey Wolfhart taking on Benjamin Goldenberg. Winner of this match will go on to face Badeau in the second round.
This should be an interesting one, I think. A couple of strong heavyweights, a couple of guys who love to really showcase their power. Both use the jackhammer as a finishing move. Could be really interesting here to see if they have a lot of similarities in their offensive styles and what problems that may cause.
Both men coming in at 6'5", but Wolfhart giving up about 60 pounds to Goldenberg here.
Wolfhart preferring to enter through the crowd.
The following contest is
He seemed to have something in his face there. I don't know what that was about, but
to the ring. From Florida, weighing in at 255 pounds, Corey.
Wolfhart, yeah, coming into through the crowd, as you mentioned. The heavyweight can also turn to a super kick, prominent move outside of that jackhammer that you mentioned before. The South Beach, Florida native, facing off against the Canadian Benjamin Goldberg.
Yeah, and Goldenberg also likes to use the tombstone pile driver, which is, you know, another great way to put away an opponent. But we'll see here. A couple of guys with a really classic approach. I think they use pretty traditional fighting styles, and I think that it. I wonder if they'll be too predictable for each other. I'm curious to see what that'll be.
If nothing else, we should get some powerhouse offense in this one.
For sure. Nice change of pace from all the flippy shit we've seen early on in this tournament.
Yeah, I think there will be none of that featured in this match.
Oh man, they even misspelled Goldenberg's name on his locker room there. What's that about? He's gonna be mad.
Super disrespectful. Well, Wolfhart enters through the crowd, and now they've got to fetch Goldenberg from the locker room. So
Needs a police escort. He's so dangerous.
these two, with their own unique ways to make their way to the ring.
From Windsor, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 285 pounds, Benjamin Goldman.
He's got the pyro on his side. No pyro for Wolfhart out in the crowd, but
And Goldenberg just stands right in the middle of it. He's not even afraid. Doesn't care about getting burned. He's ready to fight.
not phased at all. 6'5", 285, heavyweight, all the way from Canada.
And he brought with him his really fancy Canadian body oil. You see all the sheen on his head there and on his chest. That's really expensive stuff he gets direct from an artisan in Ontario.
Certainly a slippery boy.
Quite the slippery boy. But he's mean too. You know, it's a fascinating combination.
Well, if it's tougher to get your hands on him, it's certainly tougher to employ much offense. We'll see if that affects Wolfhart in this match. These two going right to throwing hands. Nice counter into a takedown from Wolfhart. Fighting off that press attempt and dumped on the top rope as Goldenberg.
A lot of counters early. Like I said, these guys may be able to think like one another because they have similar offensive styles. See if that causes problems.
Big right hand from Wolfhart. Into the corners, Goldenberg. Quick cover attempt here from Wolfhart.
We're seeing a lot of that tonight. It's really surprising me. I guess both of these guys just believe in themselves. A lot of these roster members, maybe they're trying to save themselves for night 2 of the tournament. I don't know.
Well, and it's your first meeting against all of this opposition. You don't really know what they're capable of. So
that's true. That is true.
Sizing up the opponent, a little in-ring scouting.
It's true. I guess that's not a bad way to do it. And if you can get an easy win, you certainly take it in a tournament where you've got to win several matches to become the champion.
Several matches and in quick succession. Also, there's not a lot of time for recovery here, especially tomorrow night. As we mentioned, the remainder of the tournament will feature tomorrow night, which means multiple matches for those that advance on their way to a potential title. The winner of this tournament will be the inaugural SWA World Champion.
Yes, and Wolfhart looking to get it here with a nerve hold. Really trying to wear down the slippery boy, Goldenberg, who also has a fantastic Star of David tattoo on his back there, really showcasing his Jewish heritage, I believe.
Wolfhart grabbing the ropes there on that submission attempt.
Smart, good ring awareness. Know where you are at all times. Use your environment to your advantage.
Helps him get right back to the offensive, taking Goldenberg to the ropes once more and again dumping him back into the center of the ring. Using his environment to his advantage, keeping his opponent away from the ropes.
And really, it'll wear down on your chest too. You know, these ropes are not soft; they hurt, and so the more times you get that flung into your chest and your upper arms, it's going to wear you down over time.
Yeah, they can certainly take the wind out of you. As Wolfhard here, allowing himself to catch his break, but not his opponent. A smart decision, especially with these two heavyweights. Stamina could be a key.
Again with that takedown, Wolfhard really has a few moves that he likes, but they seem to work, so I can't say I blame him.
If it works, it works. The up top and rolled over there. Wolfhard, you got to be concerned here that if Goldenberg, well, if you take him up top and he's carrying him, what a power bomb!
Big sit out power bomb, yeah.
The strength on display as he carries him around the ring.
He's looking confident.
Got him up in that pile driver position.
Tombstone pile driver. Is that going to be it?
On the head. Is that it for Wolfhard?
Only a 2 count on the
Corey kicks
tombstone.
out at 2. Wolfhard has been in control of this match, but what a turnaround there for Goldenberg.
Indeed.
Some devastating offense on display. Wolfhard finds a way out and is now back in control of this match.
Back to that nerve hold, just trying to take the feeling out of the arm, really wear him down. Maybe next time he thinks about going up for that pile driver or that power bomb, he won't be able to hold him. A spear from Wolfhard.
Takedown. Can that be it? Goldenberg's
See what he
near the
has.
ropes. Doesn't reach for him, but does kick out. He's able to press Wolfhard up off of him. Only a 2 count there.
Wolfhard got to be thinking jackhammer here now, you'd think, right?
Big clothesline. And Goldenberg smartly going to roll to the outside, get away from Wolfhard for the moment.
Create some space, yeah,
He
that's
does
the right
chase him
idea.
to the outside, but a nice counter down to that outside mat. Again, it is padded, but it's not quite the safety of the interior of the ring. Goldenberg trying to get the fans on his side here, waiting, taking his time, letting Wolfhard come back to him. But Wolfhard quickly back on the offensive.
And there's the jackhammer.
Can that put him away? Ref there for the count 2 and kicked out last second.
My goodness, these two. And Wolfhard is livid. He is not happy with that count.
They have both taken some of the best.
Bigger Inagi from Wolfhard there. See what he makes of it.
Couple of clotheslines, ducks underneath, and a third. Nice sequence there for Wolfhard, who goes to the corner. He's stalking his opponent a little bit here. And spear in the center of the ring.
Another spear, and he's just
Got him
he's
where
just
he
in
wants
control.
him. It's not enough. He picks him right back up to his feet. He's not done with him, but he perhaps should have went for it there as Goldenberg fighting
Now
back.
looking for his own jackhammer.
Got his own locked in. Can he put Wolfhard away? It wasn't enough for Corey. Is it enough for Benjamin?
There it is. Benjamin Goldenberg wins off of the jackhammer. I think here Wolfhard took too long. I think that's what happened.
I think he should have went for the cover as soon as he employed that last spear.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't take advantage. He had Goldenberg on the ropes.
And it wasn't the best overall control of the match from Goldenberg, but I think what we saw is that he can take a lot of the opposition's offense, and it doesn't take much for him to put someone away, and that's a scary combination for the rest of the roster.
Yeah, I agree. I think he showed that if you give him a small window, he can take it and he'll put you away.
he can certainly make the most use of it, and it results in a win there. He'll move on to face Lucien Bedeau.
Indeed, that'll be an interesting matchup.
Speaking of interesting matchups, we've got AJ Bauer, the cruiserweight, 5'6", 205, versus the Island God, Sevilla, the heavyweight, 6'4", 319.
Another one of our big fellas, although he's not quite as tall as Wyndham and Cervantes.
And he just comes in underneath the super heavyweight marker, falling into the heavyweight category.
AJ Bauer here, a retired SBA player, had a career in basketball before he decided to come wrestle. We'll see if that athleticism translates well.
He's got a good mix of it with the 054 splash that he likes to employ from the top turnbuckle, but not turning away from some more technical wrestling with a label lock, also a prominent move in his skill set.
Yeah, I mean the label lock is dangerous, and we've seen it countless times. It can come out of nowhere if you're not paying attention.
Bauer soaking in his first entrance in the SWA. Really living it up on his way to the ring here. Can he find his way into the second round?
There's a couple things that I think AJ Bauer likes, and it's bright colors and himself. He seems to be really feeling himself here.
That certainly feels like a safe bet. It is certainly a choice, and he is embracing it.
Yep, he sure is.
I think it works for him. You gotta. I mean, if you're gonna go all about yourself, you gotta live that nonstop, and he seems to be doing that here tonight, soaking it in.
So Sevilla here, really a powerful guy, as you might imagine, but he loves to lean into his Samoan heritage. He uses a lot of sort of signature things, like the Samoan drop is a big move for him, and the coquina clutch too, also made famous by some Samoan wrestlers. And he's scary. He's scary when he's mad. He doesn't mess around.
He can certainly flip the switch and take over a match. We'll see if he is able to do that here against Bauer. He's definitely got the size advantage. He's got about 104 pounds on AJ Bauer here, and a sizable 10-inch height advantage.
My goodness, that's a significant height advantage.
These two lock up, and he immediately is in control of this match. Employing a bit of that Sangris style, though. The foot wrap, but no boots, no shoes, no foot coverings here.
You know, I think that goes back to how he was trained to fight. You know, it's island living and all that, I guess. You know, he's more comfortable going barefoot.
Double handle drive to the face there. He has been all striking here on Bauer.
And he continues. Bauer got nothing to show for it so far in this match.
Tell you what, it looks like it's already showing too on the face of Bauer there. The face beginning to turn flesh, and some of the parts as the blood rushes to the area that some of those strikes have landed.
That was a nice head scissor takedown, though. Maybe Bauer can get something going here. He really needs to keep on the front foot and control the way this match goes. He wants to be quick. He wants to move around a lot. You can't let Savea have control the whole time, or this is going to be bad news for him.
Dumps him off the top rope, though, and immediately into a cover, and wasting no time. Only a 1 count, though, once again. A popular strategy, as we've mentioned before tonight, and yet to see it work effectively.
Sure, but I guess it doesn't hurt to try. The only question is, are you wasting time that you could be really wearing down your opponent with some proper moves instead of just sort of going for a pin at every chance?
Nice headlock here, though, for Balor. Getting his own breath back a little bit, not letting his opponent do the same. It's a good strategy, especially if you can wear down the stamina of your opponent. Outlast.
Yeah, and I think that's probably Balor's game here, right? He probably wants to run circles around Savea and wear him out, wear him down. But Savea coming heavy with that power game. If Balor doesn't watch it, he's going to get just beaten to a pulp before we know it.
Drives the point of that elbow into the top of the head of Savea there.
Going up top, high rent district. Let's see what Balor's got here.
Oh, he catches some knees is what he's got.
But it doesn't seem to have affected him too much. That's surprising. He put all his weight right on those knees, and he's still in control here.
Pops quickly to his feet. Now he's got the arm wrapped up, but Savea punching his way out of this hold right away. Nice counter by Balor. He's got that single leg, but he had him too close to the ropes, and Savea just grabs a hold of those, breaks the hold right away.
Gotta pay attention. You gotta know where you're at in the ring. He does it again. He can't get anything out of it.
Doesn't seem to have learned his lesson the first time. Tosses him into the ropes, though, and Balor, with that Tiger Fate kick.
Indeed, and now he's going up top. What are we going to see here?
Oh, nobody home once again.
Went for the Phoenix Splash, but there was nobody there. You gotta know what you're doing. It's a high-risk maneuver.
A devastating knee there from Savea. Balor is down. Can that finish him off? No, it's a 2 count.
Savea looking frustrated, but I think he's got to capitalize here. I don't think you can waste time complaining to the ref or holding your head in your hands. You got to keep moving.
Yeah, Balor staying on the offensive. Not letting the size disadvantage that he has here play too much for roll.
Yeah, I got to commend him for that. He's really shown that he can hang with a guy who's much bigger than he is and much stronger, but
staying
Balor's
active, staying moving.
He's crafty, he's clever. He's being smart about how he does this.
Savea, though, here stalking him as he gets to his feet.
Here we go with that cradle lift Samoan drop.
And there you see the strength on display as he just carries him around the ring. Drops him down and goes for the cover. Ref down on the mat. 1, 2, and 3. Finishes him off.
It only took one finisher, but that's why they call them finishers. Savea really showing what he's made of here. A good showing from Balor, but I think Savea had that one all the way.
You know, it's not going to be a second-round matchup, but if Savea can find a way to advance to the third round along with Benjamin Goldenberg, what we saw was a similar style from both. Not exactly in control of the match, but the offense, when it's in play, can really end a match in a hurry.
Yeah, you got to be careful with these guys. Like I said, you got to put them away when you have the chance. You can't waste time. You got to capitalize.
He definitely took a beating from Balor there, but still comes out on top, and a good showing for both. But it's Savea that's going to be moving on.
Indeed, it is, and what a showing.
We'll move to the last match of our second division here. This after the conclusion of this match will be the halfway mark of our night 1 tournament event.
And what an event it has been already.
As we figure out who SWA will face off against, we've got Captain Tiger Marsh going up against a former NEW superstar, some wrestling experience, some airtime, someone we've seen before, gorgeous Garrison Gray.
Indeed, he was the reigning champion, undefeated, I believe, when NEW folded. He has not let anyone forget that in the meantime, since he joined our little shop over here. He was talking about maybe bringing the belt to the ring with him, but I don't know if that's going to be cleared by our legal department or anything like that.
Well, and speaking of a superstar being full of themselves like AJ Bauer, gorgeous Garrison Gray really wrote the book for that.
Oh yeah, that's his whole personality. There's nothing else to it. It's silly, honestly, but you know, it is what it is. Here we have Captain Tiger Marsh, who always reminds me of that scene in American Sniper with the fake baby. If you haven't seen it, look it up. He's an interesting wrestler. You know, you don't see many guys like him, but he's
a very specific memory that elicits for you as well.
You know, it's just ingrained in my mind in a certain way. But yeah, no, Marsh here, he's clearly like a military kind of guy. But he uses a super kick and a stunner are two ways that he likes to put people away. So very classic. Meanwhile, we have, like you said, the cockiest of them all, Triple G here.
Triple G looking, pulling that same teal turquoise aesthetic, but he's got a new robe here in SWA.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised he didn't have more new stuff. You know, I mean, he seems like the kind of guy who would spend so much money on clothes that he'd have a new fancy robe every week. But I guess when they're this expensive, you want to really get your money's worth, which is exactly what he's doing with his entrance here. My goodness, flirting with ladies in the crowd.
He definitely treats it like his own runway here, taking his sweet time getting to the ring for his matchup with Captain Tiger Marsh. One of the closest matchup size-wise that we've had all night.
Indeed, yeah.
2 inches and 13 pounds separate the two of them. Marsh coming in at 6'6", 253, and Gray 6'4", 240.
Yeah, and Gray really an interesting wrestler for his size as well. I feel like he moves like a guy who's maybe a little smaller than he is. I don't know. It's always surprising to watch him work. He's good. There's a reason he was the champion, you know.
He's a sound technical wrestler, and he's got a chance at winning every match he's in. We've seen it before.
Indeed. And he's already starting to go to work here with some chain wrestling on Captain Tiger Marsh. As you can hear, the crowd wishes this were more interesting, but that's okay. Well, Triple G in control early here. He's gonna nice Russian leg sweep. Oh, okay. Maybe not as in control as we thought. Marsh, meanwhile, stalking his prey, really taking his time, choosing his spots, but choosing them poorly, it seems, as Gray gets back in control with a big drop kick.
Yeah, catches a drop kick for his troubles there. Gray can certainly be methodical. He can control a match. We'll see if he can stay in control of this one. A nice step up there as he takes down Marsh.
Tries to go for a body slam, but he can't get it. Man, this is not looking good for Marsh early, I gotta say.
Nice float over counter for Gray, who's now got Marsh on the ropes and a leg drop over the top of the ropes down to the apron.
My goodness, this is looking to be a beatdown.
Gray showing that athleticism, that agility that you mentioned before. The the size of a heavyweight, but he's got the movement every now and then of a much smaller, more athletic and agile wrestler.
He really does. It's always surprising to see, but it's one of the reasons he was a champion, and looks to be again.
Ref slow to the count there.
Man, we got to get some new refs. This is ridiculous. All these guys are getting just like cheated by this ref who's asleep at the wheel.
Gotta say though, the the ref budget, if it will, the salaries employed here. Thankful for that. We've got one guy working every match tonight. 16 matches on the card, and we're halfway through, and he's going to be out here with us for the rest of them as well.
Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just tired. I don't know. I don't like when refs try to make it about them in the middle of this hard-working match. These guys are trying to do their job, and ref is making it difficult for everyone. Big German.
Goes right into a pin combination, but Marsh right there at the ropes, able to get a foot over, get himself out of that. Otherwise, could have been a dangerous situation for him.
Indeed, yeah. He looked like he was a little phased there. He's got to be stunned. What's going on here, man?
If he knows
Marsh.
where he is. He just completely whiffed on that uppercut. And
Marsh just out of it.
Gray just back in control.
Looking tired, Gray.
Well, he's been whooping ass the entirety of this match here. He hasn't had a chance to get his breath.
I suppose that's the way you want it to be in this sort of match. He's just got to be careful that doesn't catch up to him.
And it may be here as Marsh fighting back a little bit. Getting some offense in of his own. Through the ropes here. DDT off the middle rope for Captain Tiger Marsh.
When you're draped like that, you're really, truly defenseless. Man, that DDT is so gnarly when you just come off that second rope because you're completely out of control.
Marsh,
and we're tuning up the band already.
Looking for the super kick here to Gray, ducks underneath.
That's not good news.
He took too much time warming it up. Really telegraphed that move, and Gray, well scouted, able to get out of the way.
But Marsh still in control here. Despite missing that super kick, he has not really let Gray back into this match. Interested to see if that will continue, or if Gray can find a way to get back on top.
Just an easy kick out for Gray. He hasn't hardly taken any punishment here.
Stops before he gets to him in the corner. I wonder what he's thinking here.
Throwing his man around, but I think the energy, the damage he's taken is really getting to him here.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. He seems worn down. He seems tired. Taking a lot of a beating, so I guess it makes sense.
Certainly labored, and Gray is capitalizing on that. The lack of stamina.
Back to that Russian leg sweep for a third time from Gray. Big German again, but no ropes this time to save him.
Got him in the middle of the ring. That's where you want him. But he gets out of it after two. Really thought that might have put him away there. But Gray now taking his time, getting his own breath back as Marsh tries to crawl to the ropes.
What's he thinking here? What do you do in this situation if you're Gray?
Oh, he's looking to put him away. Coming up, the disrespect with the right foot puts him down with the left. Going for the cover, and gorgeous Garrison
there it is.
Off to a hot start once more.
Triple G comes in with the champion's pedigree, and he shows us why.
Just in control pretty much start to finish in this one. One of the better individual showings for Gray, and frankly, one of the weaker individual showings for Captain Tiger Marsh in this matchup.
Yeah, that was a bit rough. He had some flashes. He had some good things there. That super kick was a good idea, but you can't telegraph your moves like that. It's just gonna end poorly for you, just like it did for Marsh.
And Triple G puts him away with that classic Gray mass.
Indeed.
Foot to the face, puts away Captain Tiger Marsh, and moves on where he will face off against one of the few people that actually trumps him in size, SWA.
That'll be a really interesting matchup. A couple of guys who like to kind of come out on the front foot and show you what they're made of from the beginning. It'd be really interesting to see how that one goes tomorrow.
As we move into our third division, we've got a fun matchup between Yasuke Bozeman and the latex salesman, Art Vandelay.
Now, you gotta be honest with me here. This guy, this Art Vandelay, he doesn't belong in a wrestling ring, right? Like, what is he doing here?
He has convinced SWA ownership that he's here to wrestle. He's here to work. Yet to be seen if he's got what it takes. Frankly, I think some in the back of the locker room, thought he was here to maybe manage somebody, maybe help somebody else out. But
Certainly.
no, he claims to be here to work. We'll see what he's got tonight against Bozeman. Bozeman, the light heavyweight, coming in at 6'1", 216 from Washington, D.C. And Vandelay, 5'6", 195. He's in the cruiserweight division from New York, New York.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from the United States of America, weighing in at 216 pounds, YB.
Bozeman employs that Kirifuda driver and the back suplex neckbreaker. Those are the moves he'll be looking to put away the latex salesman with here.
Indeed, and I really suspect it's not going to be a very difficult affair for Bozeman here. He's my favorite in this. I mean, I don't feel guilty saying it. I think he's got a pretty easy. This is almost a bye in the first round. We'll see if that holds up, I suppose.
I don't know. No, with the nobody believes in me mentality, Vandelay could swing some fans on his side, get some people behind him. Maybe he can, pull off the upset as he boldly makes his way to the ring.
What a strut. This guy has confidence for days. It's incredible. He's not even wearing tights. You can't tell me this guy's here to wrestle. This is a businessman all the way.
Jacket, tie, button-up shirt.
Gotta be careful he doesn't tear his hamstrings on the way to the ring walking like that. My goodness.
Well, Vandelay believes in himself. Believes that Bozeman has no chance.
Sure sounds that way. Let's see if it holds up.
And for Vandelay, he's ready to go now. Threw off that business. He's a little less formal now. Still got the khakis on, but shirtless attire here against Yasuke Bozeman.
I suppose you gotta respect a guy who will wrestle you in chinos. Bozeman looking to control the match early. That size disadvantage here really working against Vandelay, I think.
Yeah, he's got the build of a much larger superstar, but the tell of the tape says otherwise. He's in the cruiserweight division. Not exactly the most fit appearing wrestler here, though.
Indeed. And I mean that's not the whole package, right? Like you can be a bigger fella and still be a great wrestler, but something to me just feels off here. I don't know. Maybe this is actually a great opportunity for a superstar to get away with a sneaky early pin, but looks like Bozeman's going to show him what's what for a little while.
That over-the-top rope leg drop to the apron. A nice move from Bozeman, but Vandelay is not giving up yet.
Only a 1 count. Yeah, he's here to fight, it looks like. Oh my goodness. What a crazy roll-up powerbomb.
Look at the Surprise athleticism from Vandalay.
You got to respect it, man. I don't know what else to say. Got to respect it. Vandalay also going for an early pin. Let's see what he can do. Just a 1 count. Oh, what a chop.
Backhand chop. Sound of that one echoed through the arena.
Yeah, you could hear that in the back row, I imagine. But Bozeman now back in control with a suplex and some kicks.
Going for the cover after a pretty pedestrian kick to the back. Not going to be enough there for Bozeman.
I don't know, man. I mean, this is
Look at
oh my
that.
goodness. What leaping ability.
Leap up drop kick. A move we saw from Diego Mercer. Did not expect to see it from Art Vandalay here.
Yeah, indeed. He's quite a leaper.
You know, that makes sense, though, from Vandalay. Many may have forgotten that years ago, much like A.J. Bauer, he was also a member of the SBA.
That's true. You know, a basketball career is a great way to train for jumping. You know, you need to be able to jump, and so that's a skill he certainly would have honed very, very well as a member of the SBA.
Ooh, nice counter with a reverse elbow, but he catches a big boot there, sends him into the turnbuckle.
I wonder here if Bozeman's struggling a bit because he's not used to wrestling as sort of a big man style. So often Bozeman is, sort of average to maybe slightly undersized compared to most other folks on the roster, and so he's not used to having to be the big giant guy.
Devastating DDT there, though. Impaler style. He's got Vandalay down and going for the cover. Vandalay kicks out easily. You know, it could be that style difference. Bozeman looking good right now, but he's got him set up.
I think this might be it right here.
Up and down right into the submission
The
attempt.
clutch.
The driver into the clutch. Will Vandalay find a way out, or is he done here? Can he get away from Bozeman?
I don't know. He's gone a long time. Oh, he managed to get out.
Finds a way. I thought it was done there. I got to be honest. I thought that was the end
I
of
did too.
Vandalay's effort.
He had him in that submission for a long time, and I think that will come back.
He's gonna capitalize, and he just gets the pinfall instead.
Okay. That must have worn him down enough. He got out of the pin, but he was already done. He got out of the submission, rather, I guess. But
Vandalay comes out of the submission, but Bozeman just locks in the pin attempt, and he's just got nothing left. It took all he had to get out of the submission. Nothing left to fight the pinfall, and Yasuke Bozeman goes over.
He does, yeah. And that Kirifuda clutch, man, that'll really wear you down. It's very, very tough to sit there and take that. So the fact that Vandalay managed to get out at all was impressive, was respectable. But he had nothing in the tank after that. That was the end.
That Impaler DDT into that Kirifuda driver clutch combination. I mean, he had him right in the center of the ring, right where you want him.
Yeah, he had no
to go
hope
for Vandalay, and that finished him off.
Then it was just a formality, really, at that point, going for the pin.
Here is your winner.
Well, that victory for Bozeman puts him into the second round, where he's gonna face a Quinn.
He sure will, but which one? That's the real question.
No matter what, he's gonna face one of them here. Corey or Jamie? That's our next matchup coming up next. The one that we've been looking forward to. Noah Quinn failed to secure a victory earlier as he was topped by Domingo Cervantes, and one of his brothers is going to get a win here for sure, and unfortunately that means one of them is also going to get a loss. Only a third of the brothers will be moving on into round two.
Yeah, but I think they seem like the sort of brothers that if one wins the championship in a way, they all kind of win the championship. So they'll probably be rooting for each other.
I gotta imagine that if you're Noah Quinn, you're happy with either victor in this one. But yeah, we'll see how these few pair off after this next matchup. If they're I don't know, able to keep up the brotherly love after having to go 1-on-1 here, Corey and Jamie.
Good point. You never know what a battle can do to your relationship.
You've got Corey, the sharpshooter, utilizing springboard cutter and a sit-out butterfly facebuster versus the Rocket, Jamie Quinn. Figure 4 lead lock and a lion tamer at his disposal. We've talked a lot about how in a lot of these matchups, people have been, facing off for the first time. I'm not sure if these two have ever squared up in an official match, but you gotta imagine they've been in the ring together.
Yeah, surely. I think they all trained together. It would make sense that they've wrestled each other in some capacity several times. And here comes Corey Quinn, just all business. Straight to the ring. No showboating at the top of the ramp. No pyro. He's not messing around.
No, he's ready to go. And I mean, when you're facing off with your brother, assuming you've got a halfway decent relationship, maybe you don't want to showboat so much. You just want to get down to business. Let's get this over with. Let's do it. One of us comes out on top. One of us goes home with a loss. But it is what it is. They didn't pick this matchup. All of the matchups tonight brought to you via just a random poll is how we ended up with this tournament seeding.
Indeed.
So we had hoped there might be a Quinn matchup at some point. We didn't expect it in the first round, but here we go.
Indeed, yeah, the random draw was kind to us here, giving us a really exciting storyline just built into one of these first round matchups.
You can get a feel too for the similar aesthetic of these two, the red and black, color scheme, the vest for both.
Sure. None of that Pleasantville pants nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that these two, the aesthetic, whoever's working with them, if it's them or if they've got some sort of stylist, I'm sure they're going to be going back saying, look, now that we're broadcast, man, Noah, you got to step it up.
Yeah, seriously, we're not on black and white television anymore. Here we go, brother versus brother.
Locking up at the center. Jamie pushing his brother into the corner. Ref's going to separate them here. And just a friendly split up. Into the headlock. But Jamie's pushing his way out of it. Over the top. Well scouted there.
Doing some drills, it looks like, practicing a little ring running. Nobody really taking control early yet. It feels like it's pretty even keel. They're really feeling each other out quite a bit.
As you might expect here, the two most familiar opponents that we've had tonight.
Indeed, yeah. It's a slow go here. They don't want to get too ahead of themselves.
Oh, although dodges out of the way of that drop kick.
Corey just entirely whiffing on that. Yeah, maybe he did get a little ahead of himself. Both of these guys struggling to connect with.
Finally lands one.
Yeah. Pele kick from a large guy. That's a long way to fold yourself.
Only 5 pounds separate these two. The advantage goes to Jamie Quinn, but Corey's got the 3-inch advantage here. They're, both winning in their own respective right in terms of the tail of the tape there.
Sure, but what will it mean in the match is the question, right? So the height can give you an advantage, the weight can give you an advantage, but they're so close and they know each other so well. I wonder if that will really make any sort of difference, or if they're basically evenly matched here, which they certainly seem to be early on.
Yeah, I can't imagine a closer matchup between these two than any other matchup we'll see the rest of the night or have seen already. Corey working over Jamie in the corner. Is going to move him to the center of the ring and go for a cover. Has he done enough? Not even close. Locks in that headlock. Gotta say, it's tough to say that either one of them has had much of an advantage so far.
Yeah, truly 50-50 here. This has been one of the closer matchups, and I wonder if it's just going to go back and forth. Who's going to get lucky? Who will miss something critical? What's it going to be? Is it going to be a mistake game?
You know, we've seen some early pin attempts as Jamie gets out of the way of that one. You got to think it's a bit more of a brotherly situation here. The kind of come on, stay down kind of vibe. These two may not want to do a lot of damage to each other. You know, they may not be the kind of thing they're looking to employ. As a nice submission attempt locked in here.
Yeah, you say that, and then he puts him in a stretch. That looks pretty rough, I gotta say. But I think you're right. You know, to a degree that these guys are expected to be a big part of the tag division, and you don't want to injure your tag partner on the first night as of the wrestling company. So, do they take it easy here? But then somebody's got to win. So how do you do that? It's a really fraught situation to be in.
Catches him once again.
Again with that Pele kick, man.
Lays him out on the ropes. These two, I mean, the counters, the reversals, it's been a clinic here of knowing, scouting your opposition's moves here, knowing what's coming, and being one step ahead.
Yeah, and it's really showing what scouting can do, what kind of advantage it can give you. Big neck breaker there, and Corey certainly looks to be out on his feet. What are we going to see here?
Jamie with a spear takes him down in the center of the ring. But he's not done yet. Gets him to his feet.
Remember here, Jamie's the big submission specialist.
Drops him down with a neck breaker, and now got him center of the ring.
Goes for the pin instead.
And
we haven't seen him working over any body parts, so I guess the pin is the right choice there, even if it doesn't work this time around.
Yeah, not a lot of targeted focus yet. But as you mentioned, you don't want to injure your prospective partner. Fights back to his feet, drops him down, waiting on him to get up here. Going for the figure four here. Seems to have it locked in, but the trouble there is that his brother's at the ropes and wisely grabs a hold.
Just got to pay attention. You got to know what you're doing here. Especially as a submission specialist, you got to know where you're at. You got to know where the ropes are. You can't do that.
Got another one locked in here, though. He's got a little bit better positioning.
Really working those legs now. I think he's decided that that's what he's got to do. Got to focus on the legs, really set him up for that sharpshooter, that lion tamer.
Drops
big
him down
brain buster.
Top of the head.
It's a large brain buster for a large man. Another neck breaker. This seems to be a popular move in the family. What are we going to see here? Corey going up top.
Jamie tries to roll away, but he's
Swanton bomb. Wow.
Perfectly targeted by Corey.
Really giving it his all.
Oh, and he almost put him away.
Wow, and again, Corey complaining about the speed of the counting here from this ref. This is a popular topic of discussion tonight. I think a lot of superstars are going to be unhappy with the way that their pins were counted.
Big right hand.
Big old potato, man. He's just not messing around anymore. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Incredible springboard cutter.
Springboard cutter. Is Jamie Quinn done for? No. He finds a way to get out. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't either. That was incredible. I don't know how he can tell which way is up, which way is down. That must have been pure instinct to kick out of that one.
I mean, Corey had the height on that, and just out of nowhere,
He went to another dimension with that. That was incredible. Let's see what we got this time. Another one? Another
got
springboard
it with another
cutter
one.
from
He
Corey.
can't. No way. He's kicking out of two. He's
Got to be done.
Two and no.
Again, this is never ending.
Jamie
Man.
kicks out. How?
He's got to be operating on pure instinct at this point. It's truly baffling. I don't know what else to say. And yeah, now he's in control. Jamie is busted open his brother.
Busted him open. I mean, I think this turned into something else here.
Man, I think we're seeing like childhood resentment coming out. This is turned into more than just like a friendly match between brothers. This is getting ugly.
I don't know if the brotherly love is still there after a couple of those cutters. I mean, Jamie busted his brother open with a hard right hand.
What are we going to see here from Corey?
Goes for
Oh,
the
no,
elbow.
he misses it.
Nobody home. Jamie is not given in and could have an advantage having busted his brother open, but, Corey has stayed on the offensive here.
He really has. He's controlling the pace of this match. He's got a lot of momentum in his favor. Let's see what
smacks the hand away. Right into a suplex.
Big German dropping him right on the top of his back and his neck area. That'll sting for a while.
Up to the top rope. It's a labored climb for Corey.
A high rent district again for Corey. This is bold. Another swanton. My goodness, he's giving it all he's got.
Jamie is just laid out center of the ring. Does he have anything left?
And that'll do it. Corey Quinn wins with the swanton bomb. What a match.
Corey Quinn, covered in his own blood, busted open by his brother. Finishes him off here, though.
We'll see if that tag team holds up in the coming weeks. This could create some internal drama. But man, what an incredible showing from both of these brothers.
Yeah, I think that, friendly match to begin turned a little sour, but I'm sure their relationship is going to be just fine. But yeah, a great showing from them both, and really the first, familiarity we've seen between two opponents, and that's what we're going to be looking forward to as more of this roster becomes familiar with each other, and it's the kind of exciting action we should see week to week.
Indeed, yeah, as these guys get to know one another, you'll see more of the reversals and more just familiarity with what your opponents bring to the table, and that leads to some exciting matchups and some exciting swerves. You see reversals of fortune and reversals of moves. Corey Quinn drinking it all in here as he gets the win over his brother.
Blood-soaked Quinn brother coming out on top in the Quinn-on-Quinn matchup. And we'll move on to face Yasuke Bozeman.
He will indeed.
So we move right into our next matchup. We've got FTS, Flynn Turner Simmons, taking on the Beast, Calvin Abueva.
Now, this is an interesting matchup to me because Calvin Abueva is a large human. He's 6'10", 290. He's a beast in every sense of the word. Now, Flynn Turner Simmons, he's 6'1", 220, so he's not a small guy, but he's already at a huge size disadvantage. How do you overcome that sort of thing?
Yeah, he's given up 9 inches and 70 pounds to his opponent here. Abueva, the tallest superstar on the SWA roster, and one of the largest. At the high end of that heavyweight class. It's gonna require what we've said in similar disadvantages we've seen earlier in the night. It's gonna require lots of energy. It's gonna require resilience. It's gonna have to maybe pick a body part and work it over. Try to make a weakness in a sculpted beast that doesn't have one.
Indeed, I think that's what he's got to do here, and hopefully he can do it with a lot of heart and a lot of flash. It's going to take a lot of guts, I think, to find that weakness in the beast.
Well, he's definitely got the flash on the ring attire, the full spectrum of highlighter neon on display.
Yeah, my goodness, you can see those pants from space. That hair, too, for that matter, that bleach blonde is basically glow in the dark at this point.
Yeah, I don't think you're fooling anyone at the natural hair color there, but it's certainly a look. Calvin Abueva, though, the beast. There's no flashy colors here. It's all business.
Indeed. He looks like he means it too.
Like he's been cut out of marble. The physique, certainly something that he prides himself on.
And you have to think, most wrestlers do, but there's something special about Abueva here and the degree of physique. It's just incredible. He's a strong guy and he's huge to add on top. It's a tough order for anybody trying to face him.
I think there's no question this guy spends a lot of time in the gym, and that's on display here.
Yep. We'll see how it translates in the ring, though. That's the real question. Because that's where it counts.
He is milking all of the time here in the entrance. Certainly reveling in the crowd's cheers.
Yeah, I mean, next thing you know, he's going to be cutting a 30-minute promo at the beginning of our next show. My goodness. Taking his time, and he's already to the ring. We need to turn this music off. Let's move it on here. Somebody call production. This is ridiculous.
It's FTS versus the Beast. Ref signals for the bell, and Simmons lands a pretty solid strike there.
Yeah, he's quicker to the punch, or kick in this case, I suppose, and that gives him an early advantage.
Gets Beast into the corner. These two separate. No harm, no foul. Puts him right back in with a clothesline, though.
He looks like he came to play. I can appreciate it. Already working the leg.
There's what we talked about. It's what he's going to have to do to neutralize his opponent a little bit.
It looks like maybe he came with a plan, too. That's something I think a lot of these guys maybe came in, didn't really know what they were facing in their opponent, and sort of, I'll figure it out in the ring. But it looks here like FTS really came with a plan, and he's going to stick to it.
Well, there's a lot that you can't know about an opponent here, but there's nothing nothing hiding in the measurables for Abueva. You know you're facing someone that's considerably larger than you, and you got to do what you got to do in that situation. Chases him to the outside, though. not giving him any time for a break.
I think that's wise. You got to stay on the attack, stay on the offensive here, because if you let him have an inch, he'll probably take a mile.
Nice
Big Hurricane
takedown.
Rana.
Hurricane Rana on the outside. That's one way to counter the size. Use it against him.
Indeed. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. But now the Beast back in the ring and gonna talk to the crowd some more. Tell the people what's what.
Yeah, Simmons using that agility gets back in and goes back on the offensive. Now spending a little time on the arm of Abueva. And doing his own little taunting to the crowd here. Utilizing those kicks to the midsection of Abueva here. Runs him off the ropes and a big kick there.
My goodness.
Takes the Beast down to the ground. Does a little
And
celebratory dance.
he's really working the crowd. He's making sure that they're behind him on this, which I have to say, you can get that extra something, you know, that X factor from the crowd being in your corner, as it were. So I don't blame him for using that strategy.
Introducing the Beast to the top turnbuckle. Simmons using his environment to his advantage. Another smart decision here. As he goes for the cover in the center of the ring. Does get a 2 count. One of the slowest first pinfall attempts we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Simmons knew that it was going to be no small feat to get an early pin, so I think he took a little longer before he pulled the trigger on it, but it didn't work out for him either ultimately, and now the Beast is
from the big man.
now the Beast, it looks like to be in control. This is bad news for Simmons. Oh man.
He's got him up, but Simmons fighting out.
Man, that powerbomb is dangerous. That Beast Bomb can put you away really quick, so I gotta say, having that well scouted is a very important thing.
What a counter and a nice sunset flip powerbomb there from Simmons to put the Beast back down on the mat. Really dodged a bullet getting away from that Beast Bomb.
He did.
Can he capitalize upon that reversal? Another nice Hurricane Rana takedown from FTS.
It seems like he's kind of taking his time here. I told you I thought he was being methodical and following a plan, but I wonder if he's moving too slow, you know, between things. Letting the Beast get too much of a rest. I think you got to be on the attack here. You just got to be relentless until he's done. You know, that's the move. I think that's what you got to do. High rent district.
Big time move.
Shooting star press
impact.
there. Man.
Going for the
That,
center of the ring. 2 count.
Can't get him with the shooting star press. What do you do now? Where do you go? How do you go bigger than that?
Those large
This is the
shoulders
dilemma.
from Abueva. Able to get one up, and Simmons right back to the top turnbuckle.
Again.
Landed
But
it cleanly both times. Is that enough now to put away the Beast? Yes,
And there it is.
Yes, it is. FTS slayed the Beast.
Indeed he did. And I think that's a perfect example of what we've talked about over and over tonight. You need to come out with a plan to attack if you're at a size disadvantage. And he came out with a plan. He stuck to it. He executed. He did not let up. He got a little winded towards the end, and he started leaving some gaps, but he was able to make it count. And he hits him with that second shooting star press to put him away.
Really landed some high impact, high risk maneuvers. And, I mean, really getting out of that Beast Bomb may have saved him this match.
Genuinely, yeah, that's an important turning point in this match because it looked like maybe the Beast was going to put it away really quickly right there.
That double shooting star press. It's what it took to slay him, but he landed them both and put him away. What a win for FTS.
Yeah, great win. Something he can be very proud of.
You know, earlier tonight we saw Gorgeous Garrison Gray, former NEW champion. And, well, our next matchup features another former NEW superstar. And I think the crowd is ready for it also.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hype around this guy's debut, and I think maybe it's time that we give the people what they want.
You know, Yates was someone with a lot of hype going into NEW and got off to a hot start and then really struggled to find his footing along the way, rest of the way. And curious to see if he's back on track here or if he's still got the momentum working against him as he faces off against the Ace.
Yeah, I think Yates here is looking for a fresh start a little bit, kind of a reboot, chance to reset. Most of these guys haven't wrestled him before, so he doesn't have any sort of disadvantage there. And he's dangerous when he's right. I think the trick here for the Ace, number one thing is never call him Beach Dad, because if you do, he just goes into a rage and he's like the Hulk, and it's just game over at that point. So avoiding that is step one. Beyond that, then you got to out wrestle him, and he's a very technical wrestler.
That'll certainly help, and I mean, it's another matchup where we're seeing a significant size advantage. And will it go the way of FTS, or will it go the way of many of the other matchups we've seen tonight? Yates is got 97 pounds on the Ace.
My goodness,
9 inches. I mean, he is a large man, and the Ace is just barely into that light heavyweight category. And Yates is all of 305 pounds, all of the heavyweight division. And the Norfolk, Connecticut native will be looking to put away the Houston, Texas native, the Ace.
He will indeed, and I think the Ace has definitely got his work cut out for him. Now he's a crafty guy. He's athletic. He's got agility. All these things working for him. I think he needs to not let Yates get into his rhythm and sort of wrestle his kind of match. I think that's going to be the trick here. Who can control the early going and really set the pace and the tone.
Texas, weighing in at 208 pounds, Ace.
Yeah, and that pace for Yates is going to be slow and methodical. It's a lot of classic wrestling. It's slams. Yeah. It's the glam slam stretch. It's a torture rack slam. It's a lot of strength. It's a lot of power submission and a lot of just slamming you into the mat. And that's going to be something he can utilize pretty well against some much smaller the Ace. But Ace is a practiced wrestler in his own right, and is going to bring a lot to the table here as well.
He does, yeah, and he's got a bit more of a high-flying style, maybe a little more technical, things like that, a little more showy, perhaps, but it still gets the job done. He's no slouch. I mean, he came to wrestle, and he's not going to go down easily here. I think this one will be a really interesting matchup because they're some pretty disparate styles, I think, but we'll see what comes of it.
Yeah, it should be a fun, distinct style difference, size difference. We've seen some size differences already tonight. Wyndham and Dead Peace, and Cervantes and Quinn, but the styles are really pretty unique here as well.
Yeah, Aloysius Yates here against the Ace, and already just looking like a beatdown.
Big headbutt. Like I said, it's classic wrestling. This is a skilled technical wrestler who uses a lot of power, as you'd expect. Uses his size, uses his frame, and can control a match.
Honestly, to me, the most indicative thing for Yates here is that he is so confident he'll wrestle with his glasses on. Now, he probably can't see without them, so I guess you can't blame him, but he doesn't need any croakies. He's just a big dude who is going to beat you up and see through his old-timey spectacles while doing it.
I tell you what, though, we've already seen Corey Wolfhart do the same thing tonight and not come out on top. So
that's true. That is true.
See if that's a problem for him here.
Early goings, it does look like Yates has control for the most part, but the ace is not going to go down that easily, kicking out at 1 with that pin attempt. Big snapmare. Let's see what he's going to do here. Go to work.
Using the ring, but a nice roll away there by Ace, getting Yates to come outside with him, but damn, he catches just a short arm clothesline for his troubles.
Yeah, and that clothesline, again, just highlighting the size difference, that clothesline was sort of below his shoulder. He had to sort of dip down to make sure he actually caught the ace in the clothesline. It just highlights the disparity in these two guys and how big Yates is. My goodness. Ace looking to get something going here.
A little corner-to-corner action, using the Irish whip, using the turnbuckles to his advantage. If his strikes aren't doing what he wants them to, utilize the environment a little bit.
Yeah, find something else that'll hit harder. But like that, he misses the enziguri, and Yates back on top.
Big shoulder press,
Yeah, that tackle is real nasty. Just putting him down. He's going to pin off of it here.
Just a pretty simple 1 count there.
Oh my gosh.
Just palm your opponent's head and throw him to the ground.
It's just brutalizing him at this point. Like it's kind of embarrassing. I don't know. I hope the ace can make a showing of this because it's looking dire. But as I say that, he shows that he's still got something in the tank. He just needs to put it together.
Little Thez press action, just old school fist-to-face offense there.
Gonna take a powder outside here. Yates catching his breath. Still got plenty of time to get back in the ring and show the ace what's up.
The ace really has been best tonight when he's been in the corner. It's a nice DDT there on Yates.
Yeah, I think he's got to stay in that corner. Cut off the ring. Really use those turnbuckles because they hurt. So just keep throwing him into it. It'll wear him down. There's nothing wrong with that.
Using the outside to his advantage, using that to catch his breath so that, if Ace gets to his feet, he can't just, go right on the offense.
Yeah, it's smart. He's kind of controlling the pace still, but he's getting some rest in for himself and then getting back in the ring before the Ace has really kind of gotten his wits about him again.
Big uppercut chop there. And again, taking a break to the outside, but quickly coming back. This time he catches a fist from Ace, though.
Ace looking like he wants to do something here.
Ace on the offensive, and the crowd is not enjoying it. Maybe already turned in Yates' favor.
Only a 2 count, though. So he's going to have to do more than that to put away Aloysius Yates. Working that head, wearing him down slowly. Respect the choice to grind it out here.
Use the opportunity to get a break. We know that Yates needs one, so cut off his ability to do so. He's taken plenty of trips outside. That rest hold is a good, just a smart tactical decision.
Oh, and a destroyer.
Just devastating move to the back of the neck of Yates, and can he get out of this now? As Ace finished him off.
Oh my goodness. That was
wow.
Dubious at best. I don't know. This ref, we need to have a conversation with him after the show is over tonight.
The replay of that one looked questionable.
Yep. Meanwhile here, I think we're going to see oh no.
Knees up. Yates. Big hand.
We've seen a lot of superstars tonight who have chosen to go up to the high rent district and really risked it all and had to pay for it.
Just easily tosses him over, but Yates.
That was actually the ace in control there. It looks like that reverse DDT.
Catches an elbow there to the point of the elbow, delivered to the forehead, and up to the shoulders he goes. Slam
Oh
down.
my
The
goodness!
strength of Yates with that torture rack slam. Is that it for the ace?
That's got to be it. There's no way.
Kicks
Oh
out,
my goodness!
finds a way. Yates just ragdolling Ace, but he's still in it. He hasn't given up yet.
No, the ace is definitely.
Oh, and looky here, using what he needs to do. The ref doesn't see it, but Yates presses his way out of that cover. Ref, unbeknownst to him, Ace was on the ropes.
Another big DDT going back up
for
top.
Any advantage? As you mentioned, top ropes here. Yates splayed out in the middle of the ring.
That moon
Finally
stomp
lands
again.
one. No knees this time up for Yates, and that's a big move for the ace.
Big moon stomp setting up what he likes to use as a finisher here. I
Not to go
think.
for a pinfall. Instead, picking Yates back up to his feet. Deliver some more offense here. Maybe back to the top rope here.
Maybe so.
Oh, he's calling for Yates to his feet. Calling his shot here.
And the diving code breaker.
Yates is
Wow.
Yates is hurt, and look at this. The ref taking the time to check on Yates in the center of the ring. Now going for the cover. Is that it for Yates? Yes.
That's gonna do it.
The ace comes
He was-
away with the victory. We've seen just back-to-back takedowns by the smaller, undersized wrestler.
Indeed, and that was a case of down but not out over and over. He was always looking for a new angle. Took him a few tries, but he found something that worked. Once he hit that moon stomp and that diving code breaker, it was game over.
Really just
Yeah,
hung in long enough. I mean, sometimes that's all it is. He just hung in there and outlasted Yates.
Yeah, and we saw that Yates was tired from pretty early on. He had to take a lot of rests on the outside, but I mean, I guess that he just needs to get in the gym and work on his cardio a little bit more because he couldn't hang with the ace.
Well, a 50-50 split for ex-NEW wrestlers as Triple G comes away with the victory, but Yates maybe still has a little bit of a momentum not on his side here. A tough debut for the big man.
Indeed, yeah, and hopefully he'll still get a chance to find that reset he's looking for, but this tonight was not it. It was a good showing, but he could not close out like he wanted.
I'm sure Yates, master on the mic, king of twisting things to his favor. I'm sure that this is somehow all part of his plan.
Oh yeah, of course, and I'm sure we'll get to hear all about it very soon, but for tonight, celebrate the ace and a great comeback win. That was wonderful stuff.
That matchup actually finishes off our third division. We move into the final quarter of the inaugural tournament first round here, SWA kickoff event. We've got 4 more matches coming your way before we close out night 1, and what's been, frankly, a great night of action so far.
Yeah, it really has. We've seen some incredible matches and a really, really great showing by a number of superstars who are looking to make their mark early here in the SWA. It's been really cool to see, and I'm excited to see what we have in store for the rest of tonight and even tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got a light heavyweight matchup here. Pain Wrecker, the 5'11". He's on the shorter side for the heavyweight division, but 250 pounds. Fighting out of Iran versus Tomio Yamaguchi, the 210-pound light heavyweight from Japan.
Yeah, and a couple of guys who use some really, really crazy moves. I mean, it's a lot of throwing you up and letting you crash down and get real hurt. I think it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top here.
is scheduled for one fall.
Should be another good matchup. We've had a ton of them tonight.
Iran, weighing in at 200.
Still thinking back, I mean, we're a long time removed from that incredible Sangres Draven matchup early on. You know, what seemed like it would be a never-ending battle between those two. The the weird finish of Badeau Malveau back when Lazar Malveau just sort of underestimated his opponent. We've had some fun ones so far. Taking a look at some of the round 2 matchups we're looking at already. We've got Warren Wyndham versus El Sangres. That's a incredible size difference that we're going to be looking forward to night 2.
Yeah, and I think Mercer and Cervantes will be interesting. Mercer with a strong comeback win over El Puma. Cervantes pretty much dominated his match. So it'll be interesting to see there if Cervantes comes out early, can we see Mercer pull off another comeback, or will it just be dominance from bell to bell like we saw in the first round?
Yeah, we'll really get a sense of Cervantes' skill level. Was it a product of the opponent, or is he poised to make a run at the title in this tournament?
Yeah, it remains to be seen, but I think it's going to be a lot of it will be determined tomorrow. I think we'll really see how things shake out, and like we talked about, they have successive matches tomorrow, so anyone who's going to win a championship is going to have to go through several opponents in one night. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yamaguchi makes his way to the ring here. He likes to use an ankle lock, so he should, if he's sound strategy here, focusing on the lower body, focusing on the leg, the foot of Painwrecker in this matchup.
Yeah, I think that'll be interesting, especially given. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah, Painwrecker, he's a big sort of strong slam kind of dude. He uses a brainbuster and he uses a kill switch, so he's gonna throw you up and let you come down real hard from very high in the air, and it's not fun. It's a different style. It's not quite as deliberate and methodical as something like an ankle lock, but I think it can catch you out of nowhere if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, perhaps strength versus technical here in this matchup.
Yeah, it's possible. We'll see what sort of approach these guys take. No real size advantage, so you got to find some kind of angle to give you that extra edge over your opponent.
Yamaguchi, though, another one milking the entrance quite a bit.
For sure, yeah. He really loves all the light show that comes along with coming into the ring.
We'll see if this match here goes as long as the entrance, as he quickly pushes Painwrecker into the corner. Ref's going to split them up here, and then they'll come apart. Friendly here.
A few quick strikes there from Painwrecker.
Rolls him center of the ring and then walks in a little bit of a arm stretch before letting him out of it here, but nice. We talked about Yamaguchi maybe working a leg, focusing on the lower body, and maybe Painwrecker's going to do a little bit of the same here, focusing on the arm early on.
Okay, dragon screw leg takedown, working on that knee.
The little commentary from the Nano 74 here on SWA Fantasy Twitter, making fun of the shorts, knee pads, and high socks combination from Painwrecker.
Yeah, not to mention the little low top basketball shoes. I mean, a lot of people wrestle in strange gear, but it's an interesting look to be sure.
It's certainly a more classical look here from Yamaguchi, who's going for a cover here. He's not even going to count, but another one. I believe our third of the night going feet only. No foot covering.
Yeah, it's a bold choice. I mean, I feel like it's risky, but if it works for these guys, can't blame them, I suppose.
Well, not to talk about, not to put any pressure on Yamaguchi here, but the other two who have done that are undefeated so far, 2 for 2. So
yeah, it's true.
And we're talking about a streak here.
Yeah, it's an advanced stat that somebody's gonna have to look at that point. Man, big drop kick in the corner, really targeting that lower back. It looks like we're gonna hit him with the kill switch in a minute and really hurt him in the lower back.
Just up and over from the apron back into the center of the ring. The strength of Painwrecker on display there, but Yamaguchi just right back to his feet.
Yeah, he's not down yet. He's got some more left in the tank.
Well, he's down and out to the outside. That big clothesline from Painwrecker taking him over the top rope. If this was a Rumble, that's an elimination.
Sure is, but thankfully we decided to do something a little more fair than a Rumble to determine our champion.
So now it's a great one-on-one action here as Yamaguchi back inside the ring.
And working the crowd. Man, these guys are feeling themselves tonight. You don't know what your opponent's got, in store for you, and they just all feel really cocky and want to talk to the fans and ignore the guy who's trying to beat them up in the other corner of the ring.
Looks like he was going for put him in the tree of woe there, and then just tosses him to the center of the ring. Gets a 2 count, but not quite enough there to put him away. A big Superman punch from Yamaguchi out of nowhere.
My goodness.
Drags him to the center of the ring and going for the cover. Could be it for Painwrecker, but he kicks out at 2.
Man, that Superman punch really did come out of nowhere. You got to be ready for that at all times.
What a move from Yamaguchi, just catching Painwrecker by surprise and taking him down. But Painwrecker right back on the offensive, and I think that DDT busted him open.
Yeah, that float over spike DDT really did a number on his forehead, it seems.
Sure enough.
Painwrecker is
crimson forehead under the blonde hair. Got the 2 count. Nothing more.
Painwrecker's really going to work here, man. He didn't come to mess around.
There's the strength of Painwrecker, though. It didn't take a lot and drops him on it again. That's got to be painful.
Now he's sizing him up. What's he thinking here?
Looking for that. Slams him on the back. Center of the ring, right where he wants him. Can that be it? 2 and 3.
There it is.
Painwrecker victorious here against Yamaguchi.
A pretty easy match for Painwrecker, I gotta say. That was not quite as balanced as I thought it might be.
It was the match really turned when he busted Yamaguchi open. I mean, at that point, it was all but over.
Yeah, I really think that was probably the moment. I thought maybe we had something with that Superman punch from Yamaguchi, but just didn't make anything out of it. He couldn't capitalize. Got a 2 count, and that was about it.
The first sign of faltering, too, from a barefoot wrestler tonight.
Yeah, indeed. I guess the streak dies here in the 3rd match with a barefoot wrestler.
Nice win, though, for Painwrecker. First win in the 4th division of this tournament.
Yeah, and it was a good showing for sure. I think he is looking to stake a claim, tell people why he deserves that title.
Well, the power was certainly on display there, as he, it didn't take much to really bust open his opponent there and put him away.
Yeah, I think he targeted the head and just made the most of it. Really wore him down, and I mean, if your head's not working, you're not going to be able to compete.
The multiple DDTs just right on the top of the head, right on the forehead of Yamaguchi, really put him away there. he'll go on to face the winner of our next match, which features Gonzo McLovin and DDT, Daniel Drake Thomas.
Yeah, the Fed, Daniel Drake Thomas, former talent scout for other wrestling federations, has really learned his way around a ring by being in the business and experienced. Gonzo, on the other hand, a total wild card. Don't know what to make of him yet. It's too early to tell, but it'll be a really interesting matchup.
We've certainly got the submission specialist here, and it's interesting because we've seen others who have focused on submissions tonight maybe not fare so well, but none have put in the time and effort to really perfect the craft the way that Thomas has, and it'll be interesting to see if he's able to come out on top.
It will indeed, and early reports seemed like he might have been a favorite to kind of cruise through this tournament, but I think we've seen that there's a lot more talent than I think anyone expected, really. Like, we were all excited to see this start going, but we've seen some incredible showings tonight, and I think nobody is like just an easy favorite to walk to the championship. I think anyone's going to have to earn it, including Daniel Drake Thomas.
Gonzo McLovin makes his way to the ring. He's the heavyweight in the match here, 255 pounds, standing in at 6'4". He's got that turtle shell on his back.
Yeah, I think he's a big Donatello fan, is what I've heard. You know, like, we all love the Ninja Turtles. Donatello was obviously the coolest of the four because he did all the tech stuff. So I see the appeal. I get it.
Yeah, Gonzo, hailing from the Amazon, utilizes a pedigree as his finisher, and that's what he's going to be looking for in this one.
Yeah, and I think it's a good way to put opponents away. It's tried and true, time tested.
He's got a 3-inch, 45-pound advantage over the Fed, DDT Daniel Drake Thomas, who is going to be looking for an ankle lock and maybe the occasional double underhook DDT.
Yeah, I think he really loves to use that ankle lock to put people away, but in a pinch he can throw a double underhook DDT at you and put you out real quick.
And I mean, with a name like Daniel Drake Thomas, with the initials in play there, you got to utilize a DDT, right? I mean, it's got to be part of his repertoire.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's any other choice, really. Like, that's just the way to do it. It's almost in your blood at that point. McLovin looking real serious here. He despite the purple turtle shell on his back, he did not come to mess around.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he'll plans to use that in the match, or if he's going to go without. I would wager, I guess, that he's going to go without.
And his opponent, from no place in particular, weighing in at 210 pounds.
The Fed, from no place in particular. Real secretive about his whereabouts, about his upbringing. See what he's here to do tonight in this match against Gonzo McLovin.
Yeah, I mean, I think we know he's here to win. He's a no nonsense kind of guy, as you can see. Very serious, very professional. But once you get in between the ropes, he does not mess around, and he will bring the business. I think it's going to be an interesting matchup here to see big guy versus a sort of average sized guy who it's really easy to underestimate. I think that's what the word is about DDT. It's easy to underestimate him because he doesn't look as good as he is.
It's McLovin, it's Thomas. Ref calls for the bell.
And we can't confirm he did take off that turtle shell,
Sure
for everyone
enough,
who was wondering.
Could we see the first submission victory in this match? We've yet to see anything besides a pinfall tonight in all of these matches, as we're down to our final 3. 13 matches in a row, 13 pinfall victories. Curious to see if we'll see anything else
Sure, and I think this is probably the one. If I were a betting man, this is probably where I would put money on seeing a submission finish. But even submission guys can put away people with pins.
Just working the
Sometimes
left arm here, really focusing already on Gonzo's left. Curious to see if he keeps that up. But sure enough,
And there we are.
McLovin has tapped out the quickest match of the night, and this one is over.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got the squash match we were looking for.
Over
Wow.
already, puts him away.
Couple of strikes into an armbar, and that was it for Gonzo McLovin.
Got out of one armbar, and you know what? DDT said, I'm going to get you right back in another one. Back-to-back armbars puts him away. We didn't see hardly any of the full toolkit there. Just an armbar.
Yeah, we really didn't.
And that's the devastating effect of really focusing on your craft and being one with a particular skill. He put him away with an armbar.
Yeah, he's a student of the game, and he's methodical. He's surgical in his precision. He knows what he's doing, and he will absolutely wear down anyone he comes up against.
What a
Exciting things to come from DDT, I think.
I mean, we've had some impressive matches. We've had some impressive performances. Has there been one more impressive than what we just saw from Daniel Drake Thomas?
I don't know, man. That was really incredible. I think it caught most of us by surprise. Like we knew he was good. He's had the hype coming in, but my goodness, he lived up to it and then some.
Yeah, I mean, as discussed, you said you'd put money on if there's going to be a match ending in a submission. That's the one. That's what we're looking forward to, but I don't think anybody was expecting, a match as quick as that. Easily the quickest match of the night. Daniel Drake Thomas with a big showing, and he's gonna go up against a much larger pain wrecker next round. But that technical submission style, that ability, it's a great equalizer.
It really is, especially against larger guys. Like they also have pain in their limbs, so it's a great way to do it. But we should move on to this match here. This is an interesting character. Keijo Sankari, the crazy finish man. He's often said to just be sort of mumbling nonsense in finish around the locker room. I don't know what possesses him to do that, but I've heard nothing but strange stories about this guy. I mean, he even walks kind of crooked. Look at him.
Yeah, I don't know if he's making any friends in the locker room, and most of that may just be a language barrier. He's not attempting to be understood. He doesn't care if he's understood. Some say, maybe even to the point of trying not to be understood. Just an interesting character.
Yeah, indeed. It feels like whatever he's saying has been through Google Translate 2 or 3 times already by the time you hear it come out of his mouth. And in the other corner we have our last former NEW wrestler, Sparkles.
Yeah, another chance for the former NEW roster to get a win here, to go above even right now. A 1-to-1 split. It's a nice 50%. I forgot that Sparkles was on the card in the roster. Another chance for a former NEW star to get a victory here.
Yeah, I think that's maybe a testament to his career in NEW. It was a bit forgettable, but not unlike Yates here, I think he's hoping for a bit of a restart, a bit of a reboot. Maybe take this opportunity to freshen up his gimmick and his work and really do something new and exciting as part of the SWA.
He's got a new opportunity, fresh chance at it now in this matchup against Sankari, and one of these two looking to move on in the next round. Where their opponent is yet to be decided, will be our last match of the card, but one of these two is going to be moving on. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. It's Sparkles and it's Sankari, and the bell has rung, and Sparkles goes right to the top rope, and Sankari just steps out of the way.
It was a strange choice, but he's already kind of responded with a couple of big fists, so I think he's, whatever that was, I don't know, maybe he just got too excited. Sparkle's looking to take control early here, just potatoing him with those hands.
Some fans also pointing out that the hair Sparkles came to the ring in just a wig that he doesn't wear to wrestle in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I blame him really. You know, the having long hair in the ring, especially if it's not actually your hair, would certainly be an encumbrance. Like, you know, it'd be flying everywhere, falling off your head. Bit more aerodynamic this way, I suppose. Although I don't know why he doesn't paint his entire head.
Yeah,
Big German from Sankari.
Nice takedown by Sankari. Does have some more feedback here, agreeing with some of the feedback on his look. He's got that Voldemort look.
Yeah, it does a little bit, although I don't know if he's quite as evil as Voldemort.
Look
Wow,
at the backflip there, the athleticism by Sankari on display.
yeah, and he's looking to get something going here, but Sparkles really seems to keep controlling the pace, not letting Sankari get in more than 1 or 2 hits at a time before he retakes the top.
Just working on the elbow, pulling on the joints there by Sankari.
Yeah, it's a good strategy. You know, if he's striking you a bunch, maybe wear his arm down a little bit. He won't want to use it quite as much. I think that's a good approach here. Maybe get yourself a little momentum, get kind of going in the match, and then you can really show him what's up.
And Sankari here, like he's going to be focusing, you know, on the striking, on the fist, on the feet. One of the more prominent strikers in the SWA, and he's going to be looking for that rolling elbow as one of his more prominent moves.
Yeah, he is a big striker, and he's a very athletic guy, as we've already seen with that standing backflip. He's gonna use that to his advantage if he can, but he's got to really do what he's doing here, which is control the pace, kind of dictate how things go, and get some momentum, get Sparkles on his heels. Good job reversing and keeping control here by Sankari. Big Hurricane Rana.
Takedown on the outside as well.
Got to be mindful of the referee's count at this point, and there we go. Sparkles throwing him back into the ring.
Sankari trying to get back to his feet, rolls away from that punch. Great awareness. Drives the point of the elbow into the chest. Down to the mat goes Sparkles, and Sankari trying to keep control of this one. Cutter.
Big cutter.
Down Sparkles. Can that put him away?
Out of nowhere.
Takes his time getting down and gets a 2 count. Might have had him if the count would have started right away.
Shouts to DDP and Chris Canyon on that cutter out of nowhere. And a rolling elbow. There it is.
Sparkles is out of it.
He's done. I think his eyes rolled in the back of his head. He's seeing stars or birds or something right now.
Over. Finally goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Puts him down. That elbow.
The end for Sparkles.
Sparkles just went straight to the mat and never got back up. What a combo. The cutter goes for the pin. Probably a wise decision. Doesn't get it and just follows it right up with that elbow. Finishing that match, knocking Sparkles right out and getting the victory.
Yeah, and I think this was a great showing from Sankari. You know, he was sort of on his heels most of the match, but he was never out of it, and I think he showed some heart, showed us a little bit of what he can do, and showed us that he's really dangerous. You know, might be a crazy Finn, but he can also put you away.
Yeah, that elbow definitely did its job, finished the match for him here, and yeah, a good start. He'll move on into the second round, which is all you can hope for tonight.
Yep, indeed it is.
We're down to our final match of the night, number 16. It's been a long one. It's been a good one.
It has indeed, and this one will be a really interesting matchup. Couple of big guys, big meaty men slapping meat, as they say.
It's the Machine, and it's Tupuola.
The Boulder, they call him. Fetuilagi Tupuola. He's a very large man from Hawaii. They call him the Boulder.
A matchup of of two people at the furthest end of the SWA. I've misspoke before. I think I called someone else the tallest. It's 6'11". The Machine is the tallest superstar in the SWA, a heavyweight weighing at 275 pounds. And the Boulder's no slouch. He's 6'10". He's only given an inch to the Machine, but where he makes up for it is he has a 105-pound advantage over the massive Machine. 380 pounds for the Boulder. 50 pounds more than Wyndham. He's the heaviest wrestler in the SWA by a good margin, and one of the few super heavyweights on the roster.
Yeah, and you can see why they call him the Boulder if he's built like that. My goodness, he should just fall over on his opponents. Neither of these guys are messing around. I think they're here to hurt people, as you can see with the Machine as he approaches the ring here.
The Machine, I mean, it's the big right hand. It's the Machine takedown, just a knockout punch, a hammer fist. There's no technical to this. There's no finesse. He wants to punch you and knock you out. For the Boulder, it's power, but it's slams. It's a power slam. It's the Samoan drop. It's classic wrestling. It's classic sort of Samoan style, offense.
Yeah, it really is, and there's something to that. There's a great heritage of fantastic wrestlers coming from Samoan families, and the Boulder here is no different. He's got a little bit of that power, a little bit of that athleticism, that quickness, and he's also here to hurt people, not unlike the Machine.
He's certainly got the size advantage in this one, which is insane to say with a heavyweight the size of the Machine. He's also got the charisma advantage, no doubt, against the Machine-like Machine.
Indeed, yeah, the Machine is a bit of a robot, and sometimes I wonder if we took a look underneath, if we wouldn't see some metal parts. But that doesn't matter because he's here to hurt people, and he's very good at it.
Last match of the night, match number 16, finishing off night one with two of the biggest superstars in the SWA. What a way to finish this one out.
Early on here, the Machine looking to be in control. It's interesting because we've seen so many matchups where there was a large size advantage for one of the two superstars, but this one there's not really any size advantage. They're both just big guys.
The height is almost equal. I mean, there's certainly a 100-pound difference between the Boulder and the Machine, but you're talking about a 280-pound heavyweight in the Machine.
Sure.
And the strength is there. It's not, the 380 pounds is not going to give him trouble, and he's not really going to be looking to utilize that anyway. He's thinking of one thing and one thing only, and that's delivering his fist as hard as he can to the face of the Boulder. And the weight, the size advantage is not going to help the Boulder in that case.
Yeah, you just got to wonder, is that fist strong enough to chip some rocks,
Definitely.
We on a prison gang here? What's the deal? But I guess we'll see.
Boulder tries to pick him up there, and Machine just stays grounded.
And you mentioned that Tupuola's got an offense that involves a lot of slams, and that involves lifting your opponent, and this is a very big guy, so I wonder if that's going to cause issues for him here. If the Machine is just going to rely on that striking offense, that may be the difference maker here.
Is just manhandling the Boulder right now. Tupuola just slammed to the mat. The size advantage not really playing a role, and may not. This may be, for a guy that's 380 pounds and 6'10", that's going to be looking to utilize that to their advantage. This might have been the worst matchup he could have drawn.
Sure, and I mean you're not 6'10" if you're laying on the mat the whole time. He's negated that height advantage because he's just beating him down.
Counters away from that punch, probably a good thing too, because there's some power behind that. There's There's knockout possibility every time he throws one of those big right hands.
Using the weight there, just stepping on the machine, and it looked like it hurt quite a bit.
That's one of the areas where he can utilize it, even against a big man. You know, big headbutt there. Weight on the chest, you know, it's going to take the wind out of you. No doubt about it.
Indeed, yeah, and it's gonna wear you down.
Stepping over to go meet his opponent outside, but tossed up next to the barricade. Big punch to the midsection, backhand. Now these two trading blows. Big clothesline there from the Boulder. Going to take this action back inside the ring.
Mindful of the count. That's a wise decision.
Raking
the back.
Catches a devastating punch, though, as he celebrates that back rake. And could that be it?
That rolling, we just saw that rolling kind of elbow in the last match. My goodness.
Boulder kicks out at 2, though.
You can't get cocky this early in a match. That was a huge mistake from Tupuola.
Up though. He's got that thing loaded. He ducks underneath it. That's what you got to do. You have to get out of the way, and he does. A wise decision, well scouted, and could have saved the match there for the Boulder.
Really did. I think that would have been it if he hadn't ducked underneath that.
We saw earlier tonight when Calvin Obueva's Beast Bomb was countered out, was dodged, how that can turn a match, and that could have been a match-saving move by the Boulder there to duck underneath that punch.
Yeah, I think that was a real misfire from the machine, and he's got to hope he can regain the control here, but Tupuola really seems to be a house of fire at the moment.
Big kick takes down the machine.
A nice big boot, and now he's taking some time, catching his breath. And milking it some more. My goodness. This already didn't work for you once, Tupuola. What are you doing?
Goes okay that time, but definitely didn't time before. He's going up. He's got that cradle lift. Looking for that Samoan drop. Down to the mat goes the machine.
Can this be it? Is this going to be it for the machine?
2, and the machine is
there. It is.
The cradle lift Samoan drop comes in clutch for the Boulder. That 380-pound frame just dropped on the machine, slammed to the mat. What a victory for the Boulder.
Indeed, that was an incredible showing from both men. A lot of power on display in that match, but ultimately Tupuola just countered a move at the right time. He sort of, I don't know if he got lucky, if it was, if it was scouting his opponent, what it was, but man, that's 2 for 2 on turning a finisher against your opponent.
Yeah, he got out of the way of that machine takedown, and really, I think it gave him a second life in this match, and really, was able to get him a victory. I think he would have been put down if the machine had landed that punch. He'd already hit him with that rolling elbow. That punch, I think, would have ended the match. And what a first night of action we had here tonight. 16 matches up, 16 matches down. Our second round is set. We've got a full card of action for you tomorrow night as we finish off this tournament. Every remaining round ready to go. Coming up tomorrow. I mean, there's so much to look forward to as we've got night 2 of the tournament coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm really excited to see some of these matchups. I think in particular, seeing Mercer and Cervantes is going to be exciting. I think Flynn Turner Simmons against the Ace will be really crazy too. And then Savea and Gorgeous Garrison Gray, I think that's going to be a really fun matchup. A couple of different styles there. A couple of guys who are really feeling themselves tonight. Let's see if it carries over into tomorrow.
Yeah, Simmons and Ace. You're talking about two people who took down much larger opponents.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun matchup between those two. They get to face off against people their own size in that matchup. How's that gonna fare? Just a rundown of the second round matchups that we're looking forward to. We've got Warren Wyndham facing off with El Sangres. A real large versus small contrast in that one. As you mentioned, Diego Mercer, the Phoenix, taking on Domingo Cervantes. We got Lucien Badeau, who got a surprise victory against Lazar of Malvo, taking on Benjamin Goldenberg, who kind of dominated a match against Corey Wolfhart. Took a lot of punishment and didn't have to deal out much to get a victory. So showed a lot of good from both sides. Hard to put down and can easily put someone away. SWA taking on Gorgeous Garrison Gray, a veteran versus a bit of a giant who had a good showing tonight. SK Bozeman takes on the victorious Quinn brother, Corey Quinn, who had just a big victory against his brother Jamie. He got busted open. He still come away with a victory. Took a lot to put him down, but got the win in the brotherly feud. FTS, Flint Turner Simmons, as you mentioned, taking on the Ace. Should be a fun one. Painwrecker taking on Daniel Drake Thomas, and if there's a match I'm looking forward to the most, it might be that one. Daniel Drake Thomas had the quickest match of the card tonight. He put away Gonzo McLovin in, I don't know, what felt like 35 seconds. Can he do that again? Can he replicate that success? Can he just quickly decimate and work his way through this roster with the, he won with an arm bar. We didn't even get to see the best of what he has to offer, the technical side, the real devastating moves that he can put on somebody, and it should be exciting to see what he's still got up his sleeve. And then we've got Sankari versus the Boulder. The Boulder had no size advantage tonight. He's up against a machine. He's going to have one against Sankari, but Sankari had a pretty good showing against Sparkles, a wrestling veteran, and he's kind of a loose cannon. You don't know what to expect. So that's what we got look forward to in round two, and then winners of all those matchups are going to carry on into our tournament. And tomorrow we're going to crown the SWA World Champion one way or another. And there's a lot of people left still vying for that spot. 16 people still left in this tournament.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Can't wait to see what we have in store tomorrow.
All right, well, thanks everybody for coming out. It's been a blast. We've had a lot of good matches, a lot of fun. We're going to do it same time tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks Doc again for helping on commentary. We're the two-man crew putting this together. So thanks everybody for participating and hanging out, and we'll see you tomorrow.